here to
Howdy,
Judgment
we're
Rites.
back. Well, today, you know what we're gotta do? Well, screw Judgment Rites. What if we play as Terra Prime and see... Come on, hurry up and load. There we go. What if we go and conquer the Vulcans? Declare war... Oh, I can't go there yet. Hang on. Terra Prime forever. Let's see. Claim system. Claim. I don't have the influence. It's okay, I'll just cheat. Now I have enough influence to claim. Excellent. Now all I have to do is declare war against the Vulcans. Excellent. I don't actually have a route to get in. I haven't mapped the route. Send a side ship to map the route, then declare war on the Xenos. Excellent. So how's your days going?
Well, it's a day. Like you said, it's one day to the weekend.
One day to the weekend. Oh, there was an encounter in Wolf 359. Hopefully that's not the Borg. Let's see who that is, in fact. Who is that? Oh, that's an Andorian ship. Very fancy.
Ooh.
Excellent. Come on. I need to attack the Vulcans, and then we'll get into Star Trek Judgment Rites. The Vulcans need to die first.
I was going to say, Judgment Rites got a massive graphical update.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, this. Yeah.
Star Trek Judgment Rites. Look, we have an Emmet type. Ooh. Oh, there was an enemy fleet in Pajem. It's okay, I'll claim that system too. Okay, I'll cheat to have enough influence to claim that system too.
Is this a mod for Stellaris?
It is a mod for Stellaris. New civilizations. Excellent, we're engaging the Xenos. And that's how space combat works in Stellaris. You just go in circles, and eventually you win. Wow. Look how fancy that is.
Man, it does look like battles are happening.
It's like two drains are racing each other.
Let's see, if I were to slow it down and zoom in on, ooh, freedom type ship, there we go. Now he's actually sort of fighting, legit. Or if we go up to full speed.
Yeah.
Ooh, bit rich.
The whole crew is getting sick. The inertial dampers are overworked on this ship.
They're at maximum. They're 10% beyond rated maximum.
You think that's phaser fire, that's just the vomit going out the back of the airlock.
Oh god, it's the Vulcan Defense Fleet. Where's the Vulcan Defense Fleet? Okay, so right now, my fleet power is 677, and they're damaged. The Vulcan's fleet power is 1.1 thousand. Let's see how quick my fleet just is immediately destroyed. I assume you know immediately. Now they're trying to do circles around each other. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think the filthy Xenos are gonna win.
I remember I once had a martial arts instructor who called this the tidy bowl of death.
The what?
When two ships try to outflank, or when two units try to outflank each other. They just go in a circle, like, you know, double circles like this, and he called it the tidy bowl of death.
Mech Warrior Online, we call it NASCARing.
Oh, combat lost. We lost our ships. Okay, now we can get into Judgment Rites. We didn't purge the Xenos, but that's okay. We can come back to them. Maybe in a couple weeks, we'll just do a Stellaris Terra Prime game. Should be good. Okay. Get rid of the warp stars. Now we can either restart the whole game,
load a previously saved game,
or load a previously saved game, and we're gonna do that.
Well, we're no longer on Discord.
Right, because I need to switch the stream on Discord over to DOSBox, but it is working on YouTube, so that's all good. We need to go over to... Oh, Giants, you got some plastic in the background.
Sorry. Carrot wheels on some stuff.
Alright, let's bring that volume down temporarily. Does anyone remember what we were doing last time? I mean, we got a call, but what happened? I know we need to go to Onias 2, because I named the save file Onias 2.
I was not present, so
If we,
mystery to me.
we need to look at the manual to find Onias 2. Onias 2 is number 11, which is here. Okay. So it's sort of up and to the left, and it's a very bright star. Okay.
Did any of you guys ever play Prince of Persia, DOS, like the original Prince of Persia?
Yep.
Yeah, a couple times.
So, do you remember how they dealt with copy protection? Every few levels.
Oh, there was something crazy.
Every few levels, you'd go into a room where there was just a whole bunch of potions. Then it says,
yeah.
go to page whatever and drink the potion that it's at the bottom of the page, the letter. So you had to find the potion that corresponded to the letter at the bottom of the page of the manual, drink it. If you drank any of the other ones, it just instantly killed you.
Yeah.
That
So I
was one
remember
of
manual-based ones were pretty common. Like SimCity had you like enter some random city's population or something.
Hey, Jerinx, we can barely hear you. Can you get closer
I
to the
can
mic?
hear him. He's actually very loud to me.
Oh,
Check
Yeah, he
your
turned me
volume
down and I
when you
counted
right-click
that.
on him.
Turn down.
maybe I
Might
turned him
have to turn
down a
him
couple days ago.
Didn't you
So
turn me down for
Uhura,
the?
Oh, there we go.
Uhura says there's a distress beacon, so apparently that's what happened last time. We found a distress beacon in Onias 2.
I advise referring
Just,
to the star
just
map
apply the
and setting a
RTX
course for the
broadcast
Onia system, Captain.
to the Discord output, and then it'll get rid of all the noise on other people's microphone.
Okay, let's ask Spock what he knows about Onias 2. Now, do we put II or do we put the number 2?
Onias 2. A
Okay,
Class
II.
M planet in a system consisting of 3 unformed planets. Because of the high level of micrometeorite activity in the system, it is unusual for a Class M planet to exist. The planet is not inhabited and is not scheduled for colonization.
It's definitely inhabited. Onias 2 is absolutely inhabited. So let's talk to checkout
Oh,
and
yeah.
set a course for... Oh, it's
It's
that one.
extremely inhabited.
It's so inhabited, man.
Approaching
We're gonna
Onias
find out the
2
surface is nothing but life forms.
But a scan of the planet's atmosphere indicates
Indicates a high
some
concentration
high
of rare
concentration
gases.
of rare gases trapped in the planet's magnetosphere. Atmospheric disturbances
Magnetosphere.
could produce random radio waves.
It wouldn't be
Okay.
the first time, Mr. Spock, but we'll never be able to tell if we don't check it out. After all, to seek out new life.
It
and
wouldn't
new
be that. How often does
civilizations
this
is our
happen?
mission. To boldly go where no one has
Rarefied
gone
gas
before.
is my favorite
Speaking
kind of
of
gas.
Captain,
What?
the proper grammatical expression is to go boldly where no man has gone.
Wow.
Somehow,
Spock, don't
I think it loses a little
Don't-
in the translation.
grammar.
Wow, they
Amazing.
actually...
Okay, I'm happy. I'm so
They
happy to
act-
mention. I mean, I don't actually care. It's actually the best example of why you shouldn't care that much about put infinitives, but
Because what
They
matters is how
actually-
it sounds, and that sounds worse.
They actually took the grammatical the improper grammatical nitpick from the original show and pulled it apart in the universe.
yep, yep.
Alright, now how do I get into orbit again? Is that an orbit? Is that like a planet behind the Enterprise in the ring?
Entering standard orbit.
Yes. Excellent. By the way, people in the YouTube, feel free to let me know if people in Discord are unusually loud and I need to turn them down. Don't worry about that too much. Very pink planet. I don't know if we can scan it in any way.
Target analysis.
By the way,
off.
Class
No.
Target analysis.
Class
off.
M planet is the term Class M planet is an invention of Star Trek. That's not an actual NASA term.
No.
Captain,
But,
our sensors will not be particularly useful to you while you're down there.
The word
And
is like it's a
communications
Vulcan
may be
word that
erratic,
the M
sir.
comes
We'll
from.
be fine, Lieutenant.
They
What reason is there to worry?
I'm afraid,
say it
Captain,
in
there are plenty
Enterprise.
of precedents. We'll be here if you need us.
I have no doubt of that.
Actually, the
Track
Enterprise
signal to its source.
used to
It is near
come
the life
from
forms. The rest
a
of the
ship.
planet is quite desolate.
It
No
was
sign of
a
life
it was
or
a non-fictional
technology.
ship,
The atmosphere is thin,
but
breathable,
something
and
happened to
identical
them a long time
numerous
ago.
micrometeorite
It was a
hits.
I
There are
believe it was
three
a
unformed
saving
planets
it
in
was
the
a
system.
saving
It's no wonder. There are so many
a ship on the water,
micrometeorites.
like a
I'm surprised
saving
any
ship.
Class M planet hasn't been pulverized.
It is not
So that's how
inconceivable,
that's
but
how
it's
it got its
certainly
name from.
unusual.
Let's do
The
it, Spock.
ship used
You,
to be called
McCoy, and
Enterprise.
I.
So
Oh,
it's
and tell
got its name
Bones
from.
to see if a genetic specialist's available. If there are only 2 life forms, we might be privileged to see
Okay,
life
so
at its earliest
we're
stages.
in orbit of the planet. There are 2 life forms down there. There's Ensign Ricky. He's not coming to... Oh, no, we do get it. We get some random guy. He's not a red shirt, but it's just some dude in a blue shirt.
Landed on a skeleton after the vultures have picked it clean.
So M stands for Minshara.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they ever mention that in an episode before they mention it on Enterprise.
Died a long time ago. Feels
As an
creepy.
Enterprise the series.
Thank you for that opinion, Mr. Johns. I'll
Yeah,
be certain to use creepy in my log
I
entry
don't
about
know.
this.
I remember it's a Vulcan designation, Minshara.
Right. Right.
That term is so prolific, though, that until somebody told me it's not an actual NASA term, I thought it was.
That,
No,
it does
that's
sound like,
not-
I mean, like stars have letters associated with them?
Yeah.
I say that we start a petition to get NASA to adopt.
I would like to
the,
start a petition to
yeah.
get to the adventure game, because overall, I have no idea what Captain Kirk said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Not a clue. There are 2 life forms here. There's 3 unformed planets, and there's micrometeoroid impacts everywhere. And there's a structure here, which we're going to go into immediately. Wow, what do you know? It's an advanced alien civilization. Who could have seen that coming?
Well, I have to
Oh, there's some goo
Wow.
coming out of that one
All this
port.
equipment looks brand new and in good repair.
Let's hope the Enterprise looks this good when it's this old.
We should be very careful about how we proceed, Captain.
God,
If there's
Ensign John,
micrometeorite-
shut
This
up.
feeling that evil is lurking nearby.
Evil is lurking
It's
nearby.
Something that wants to imperil our souls, sir.
What's wrong with
soul.
Ensign
So that
Johns?
Costs.
Wow. That's called
There's
anxiety. You should have that looked at.
We live in a spaceship, man. We're not talking about people trying to steal your soul.
If there's micrometeorite impacts, how are you standing on the surface? Wouldn't there be no atmosphere?
I don't know.
It's like
I'm
there's
just
some
gonna look at
erosion coming.
Differences in styling. This
I don't
looks
know either.
remarkably like a Tellarite
A
8000
Tellarite 8000 DNA
sequencer.
sequencer. Tellarite.
There's looks like
If not
there's
for a
some
thin
corrosion
covering
coming
of
out of the
red
right
dust,
column.
You would assume that
Captain,
Unboxed?
these doors protect
It
the
comes in a
unit from
box?
debris
It
when
comes in
not
a box.
used.
Like from Amazon.
This appears to be a patch of rust.
Patch of rust and dust that is accumulated just on that one spot, though. Just that one patch of rust.
Captain, these doors protect the unit from debris.
Okay, well, we have a DNA sequencer. What if we use Ensign Johns on the DNA
This is
resequencer?
almost identical to an 8000 sequencer. Cutting-edge Federation
I already knew
Because
that,
it
Johns.
is.
Just input a sample, and the sequencer analyzes it so it can
Come on,
be spliced or
Johns, give it a
altered
sample.
on the genetic level with the replicator.
Okay, now go
Oh
use
boy.
it.
This is almost
Okay, fine, he won't use it.
DNA, of
Does
course.
that mean that you could finally get pigs with wings?
Sure. I'm gonna use Spock on it.
Ensign Johns would be the ideal person to operate
Why?
the device. It appears
Why is he the ideal person, Spock?
Because he's the
He
MacGuffin.
just knows
Yeah,
more
well,
about it than Spock.
Well, I don't
Spock's
think
not all knowing.
I don't think we can do anything in here right now. This is just we put something in the receptacle later that we find here, and then we get some kind of output here on the right.
He's spoken in other words, he has all the logical answers.
I welcome
At least
you,
he
other
thinks he
worlders.
does.
The heck is
I
this?
beseech you,
What is this?
save us from that which seeks our destruction.
how fitting for a devil to appear on a world that looks like hell.
Ensign
Enough of
Johns,
that,
why are you
Mr.
so
Johns.
superstitious?
This
You
is
live on a
just another
spaceship.
xenobiological entity. Correction, Doctor. This is
the
a
future.
projection of a xenobiological entity. Jim, the only life form readings are within that machine behind the portal. Single-cell organisms with an extremely high reproductive rate, but a very poor metabolism and an extremely short lifespan.
Judgy, come on.
I'm judging.
Yeah, I'm sensitive about that metabolism.
I doubt that this is a projection of a single-celled organism from inside that machine.
No, this is
monstrous projection towers over you with viscous bodily fluids oozing
Viscous
from
bodily
sores
fluids
and coagulating
oozing.
in long putrid
so they
streams.
died to a plague, is what we're saying. The civilization was wiped out by a plague. Can we get environmental suits?
Was it
Let me-
coronavirus?
Yeah.
Use
Yeah.
communicator,
We just
please.
had a bit of trouble with the communications.
I would speculate a random discharge in the upper
I don't care, Spock. I
How
want
is
the
your
environmental
situation,
suit.
Captain?
We don't want to hear about your discharge.
Confronting evil incarnate, but everything's fine, Kirk.
What are you talking about? We
Yeah.
haven't found anything, Kirk, other than a hologram.
That's not.
If you have
That's
poor
not
signal,
what you-
just talk louder, Uhura. That's how that works. If you have bad signal, just talk louder.
Talk louder. Yeah.
The
Talk
narrow
louder.
width of the keyboard
Talk louder.
indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with only 3 fingers.
Only 3 fingers. Well, this guy has like 4 tentacles on his hand.
It's where the Simpsons came from.
Though, Spock, I wasn't really interested in what kind of hands they had. I just wanted you to use the computer.
I do not see the logic in that action.
What do you
They
mean
were
you don't see the
cartoon
logic?
characters.
Can I use Kirk on it?
No, I don't think that's...
No, why can't I? Okay. I have a new plan. Use gun on computer.
What happened?
Oh.
Oh, I did it.
Oh.
It actually let me do it.
On screen.
Captain, we've just received a transmission from an advanced alien race showing us your
I didn't
actions
think
on
it would let me
Venus
do
2.
it.
They told us that they've lost all interest in communicating with the Federation because of them. Kirk, I am removing you from command.
Removing you from command.
You ought to take the
Wow.
Critical failure.
into the actions of its
Wow.
commander will convene.
Admiral.
That's an order, Captain.
Wow.
Yes, Admiral.
Richards out.
I'll pray for you, sir.
Captain, message from Starfleet.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment. I'll be frank, Kirk. Starfleet expects more
Do
out
some
of you
serious
than
soul
that.
searching. Is that it? Do I win?
Set course for Starbase.
Aye, sir.
Did I
Course
win?
slated.
You won a court-martial.
I did it. And we're gone. We're done with that planet. For the rest of the game, we play as Captain Spock.
Restart. Load of previous.
All right, let's play as. Let's restart that. Now we have to do this whole thing again. It's okay. I'll just speedrun it.
Approaching Oni. It may be
Nothing actually really happened.
Somehow.
Blah blah blah. Go into orbit.
Batteries.
And
Captain,
beam
our sensors
down.
will not.
We'll be
I don't
fine,
care,
Lieutenant.
Rura.
What reason is there to...
I'm afraid, Captain.
I have
There are... It is... Let's do it.
Yeah, that's good to remember. You can just lose, so save often.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Thank you for that opinion, Mr. Johns.
gratuitous failure. Purposely gratuitous.
All right, let me. Why is the game stuck
I have
loading?
to-
There
Let's
we
hope
go.
we should be evil. Something...
How much could it possibly have to load?
This is...
Maybe the game will let you use phaser on anything now and just instantly lose. They took the training wheels off.
If not,
Ooh, does that mean?
Captain.
Hang on.
Why don't you pluck off some of the ensign's hair and drop it in the machine or something?
Hang on. I want to use gun on ensign.
Wait a minute. I'm on your side.
Will it actually let me?
Oh no!
Wait a minute.
No, it won't let me. No. So I just
You
want to
sure
get
sounded
all the
panicked.
looks that we saw before, and then we'll continue on. Just want to get everything first.
I wrote you how fit.
Yes, yes, it's a hologram.
He looks
it
like
works.
something out of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, actually.
The narrow width.
Okay, so now we're back where we were.
Save, mute,
We've looked at
replace.
all the same things. We've talked to the same people. We don't know anything about this other than it's a computer, because Spock won't tell me anything about it. What about
the
this
thick
side of
glass window and the light coming from it make it difficult to see beyond it, though you get the impression of a living plasma swirling.
it? A living plasma. That's a bold assumption.
The wall slot is
Yeah.
made of surgical steel, yet it is padded as if ready to receive a fragile vessel or container.
Okay. So that's where we put whatever
That's a
DNA
nice-
we resequence.
Yeah.
Can Kirk use this?
Maybe I should have asked Spock to take a look.
I
at
did
it.
ask Spock to take a look at it. He didn't do anything. Okay. Let's keep looking. So we've got a room there. For some reason, this room takes a while to load. We've got a room north, east, and then if we go back outside, it looks like there's a path to the east. Let's see if that's actually a
You go to
viable
the-
thing.
Looks like you can go get
It's,
the...
oh,
An antenna. I wonder what it was meant for.
That's what we're here to find out, Mr. Johns.
well, let's tricorder it.
The array appears to have
It's a tricorder.
which explains its lack of damage. The focal point of the dish is aligned approximately 35 degrees.
Okay, what's it pointing at?
Well, yeah.
The array
Do we have anything we
Control
can do with
box
this?
on the ground, it looks like.
The control mechanism for the array.
I don't know if we want to actually start touching it. We don't know what it does.
Until power has been
Oh, it's not even powered.
the array dish appears to have escaped much.
Okay. So we have to go
I was
restore
gonna
power
say, I
from
wouldn't
inside
touch-
first.
I was gonna say I wouldn't touch it yet. But we're all good.
That's
Can
all
you
that's
go
over
up?
there.
Or can you go north?
The only
For
way
once, I would like
north
to see an
is
adventure
the
game.
doorway.
I'd love to see an adventure game where the result where you have it pivots around having to cut power. It's always restore power.
Oh, there is another room here. And it has a little glow around it, probably indicating that it's powered. Or it's just very reflective, one or the other. Spock uses
Where's this one
Is a
pointed?
precision instrument. Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Can we swap out the controls between the different
Not
antennas?
functioning.
Can I go take the controls from the other antenna and bring them over here?
Yeah, can you salvage from one to make a working one?
No effect.
No effect. No effect.
Guess you can't salvage.
No effect.
Like if it had said something like, oh, it looks like you have no way to disconnect it from the computer at this time. No, it just doesn't even exist. There's no dialogue for it. What if...
We thought that idea was so dumb.
What if...
Can you walk further to the west?
Yes. What if I use a gun
I
on
believe
it?
phasering the array into slag will not enhance its function.
Okay.
That's a quote of the day.
Of course there's a third
Commander,
one. They always
obvious.
come in threes. Scan it, please. What you got?
The
Actually,
array appears to have deployed recently, which explains it.
Okay, it's the exact same thing.
Same 35. This may not hold any significance to the game, but if you have three such arrays, if you have three such satellite dishes, then that creates an array that you can use to triangulate.
Yeah, though generally you want them more than 10 feet apart. If you're looking at something in space.
That would be good.
So this specifically said that the control panel works to increase or decrease the elevation. So we're gonna have to align them later.
Captain, until
Later, though. We don't know what they need to be at yet. Let's go back inside. It's very windy out here.
Yeah.
I really wish there was a way to skip the walking animation.
There may be a way to speed
Yeah,
up
side
walking.
running, or is that
but-
on the game?
Well, it's a good thing they didn't put them too far apart then.
Yeah.
True. Wait for it to load. What does it have to load in here? Why does it take so long? This is DOSBox. How much could it possibly have?
Yeah.
Well, use Spock on computer as usual. I know what kind of keyboard it is, Spock. I want you to
I do
use
not
it.
see the logic in that. I do not
The
see.
Dvorak keyboard.
What if we
Yeah.
use
So good
the
with this
ensign
type
on
of
it?
machine,
I do
Captain.
not see the logic.
Definitely an access port, but
Have
closed up
Spock
tight.
use it like he used the science
No.
console in the motion picture.
What's
What if
that?
we scan it?
The computer is
When he
functional,
smashed the science
but
console to
I detect
prevent
no
Beecher from
connection
downloading their
between the keyboard
database.
and the machine itself. Apparently, it was designed this way.
Spock, are you saying that it's wireless or are you saying it's not working?
I was gonna say, the keyboard is decorative? I don't understand.
Well, they were ahead of their time with RGB keyboards, for sure.
I'm really having to curb the habit of clicking repeatedly to go somewhere, because it completely screws up the pathfinding.
I am Azra of the Omegan people.
Just click
You are the
once.
salvation we have long sought. Thank you for answering our summons. An angel!
Actually, it
What
is
is wrong with
the
you,
dimension
Ensign
of an
Johns?
angel, Mr. Johns.
Jim, somewhere in that machine behind the portal are single-cell organisms.
Is this
They
guy
have a
like the
healthy
ship
metabolism
Chaplin? Why is he so
and long
superstitious?
lifespan, but an extremely low rate of reproduction.
So we've got one species of single cell that are long-lived and low reproduction, and another one that's short-lived and high reproduction.
So what if we splice them together? It did say we could splice things in the other room.
Then we'll get the best of both worlds.
Or you could take the worst of both.
Yeah, Spock, I know that it's a casing for a larger apparatus. I want you to use it.
Do you have any inventory items besides a tricorder?
I have a gun.
No.
Save.
Try
Let me save first.
wait. Oh, okay, save.
Use gun on
Inventory.
Angel.
Appreciate apprehension, though I hope this is not indicative of xenophobia on your part.
Okay. So I have
What else do we have?
tricorder, medical tricorder, communicator, medkit.
Try medical tricorder on the computer built or behind the wall or something.
See
Hey,
more
medical
bacterial
tricorder on
organisms.
living
The
stuff.
enclosure behind this porthole is teeming with life. Billions and billions of creatures. There's something wrong with the piece of his genetic code that controls reproduction.
Something wrong with the genetic code. If
Never
only we had
seen
some
such a
kind of
low
device that
Billions,
could alter
billions, and
genetics.
billions.
That's this simple.
We need to help them get jiggy with it.
The enclosure behind this porthole is teeming.
I mean, I don't know why we want to do this. We just are. We showed up and now we're tinkering with other people's machinery. And, you know, microorganisms. This seems like a bad idea.
Can you?
I could try to use the
to
medkit.
either of those projections, can you just keep carrying on a conversation?
That's probably a good idea, but first let me check this other thing, which is use...
This isn't a medical.
No, I can't get a sample. Well, I can try to pick up, I guess, but that's not going to work. You can't, like, grab a single bacteria.
No effect.
Sure, let's talk to it.
So where's the emergency? Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. What can we do for you?
So that's obviously the most Star Trek answer.
All right,
Choice
I
two.
know you're just a projection. Let's speak with your real masters. So
Anything
where's
else?
the greetings? I am James. All right,
I
know
say
you're just
two.
so greetings.
Yeah.
I am Azra of the Omegan people.
The Omegan
ancient
people.
and
I don't
venerable
recognize the name.
race, which labors to prevent the domination of this world by the forces of darkness. We require you to expunge this place of our mortal enemies. Captain, the most worthwhile purpose in life is to fight against the forces of darkness. We must help him.
God, I hate
Enemies?
Ensign Johns.
This world is so barren that all the life on it is located right here. If you have mortal enemies, we've not seen them. Who are you talking about?
So, obviously the solution is going to be to bring them together in harmony, right? We're going to have to merge them together into a single...
Obviously.
What's choice two?
Yeah, probably.
The Prime Directive prohibits us from taking part
They're
in
two
wars
halves
on
of the
one
same
side.
Yeah.
It would be seen
No.
as intervention. We are willing to negotiate a compromise.
What's three?
I don't want to
You'll
negotiate a
forgive me if I don't
compromise.
fall for a pretty face. I'm not about to expunge anyone. And I will take no action until I've heard both sides of the story. Enemies? This world is so barren.
I mean,
that
I do
one,
want
I
to
think
get
is
more
the best.
information.
Right here. If you have mortal enemies,
Yeah.
I've not seen them. Who are you talking about?
I mean, that seems like a perfectly good answer.
Number 2 is very Star Trek, but number 1 I think is more
This world is
practical.
so barren that all
I mean,
life
he might
on it is
also
located right
say
here.
that in an episode. I mean, he would then say number 2, but
The Alphans, of course.
oh, I should have guessed.
Oh, the Alphans and the Omegans?
Yup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course, we recognize light as the life bringer. All things began in a brilliant, life-giving burst of light. A burst of light? That's a common
See,
motif
when
in
two
creation
organisms
stories.
love each other very
In
much,
accordance with the Big Bang theory of the universe's creation.
You must expunge the world of the Alphans. This is why I
But
call
Do you guys
Right.
know anyone that's so religious that literally anything anyone says, they're like, I heard of that from the Bible.
Be warned, Visner can be very
No.
persuasive.
It's like, yeah, I had a good, I went to the grocery store, got some French bread today. Bread? That's what Jesus ate in the Bible. Ensign Johns, come on, man. Chill.
at some
I
point,
hung around with campus Christians for a very brief period, and they would talk Jesus a lot, but not that much.
Not as much as Ensign Johns.
No. He would bug that.
no matter how religious a person is, at some point you've got to do daily life things like take a shower
Yeah.
and
Cleaning?
Exactly.
That's what Jesus did to the lepers. Alright, let's talk to the supposedly evil guy who, you know, universe born in darkness,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Greetings, I am James T. Kirk. So
Captain
when
Kirk.
do the wicked witches and goblins show up?
What? What does that even mean? Are you making fun of the way he's dressed?
I think
No,
some of
this
these
is the
lines
guy-
I just don't realize how they were supposed to be read. I think we're not good at giving indications of what the emphasis should be.
Yeah,
Your
the
emergency
voice
beacon
direction
statement
sometimes
lead me
leaves something to
believe
be
you see
desired.
more of an emergency than exists here. Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USS
Kurt,
Enterprise.
what do you
Number
want?
one.
I am Visner of the
Of the Alphan people, yes.
Ta-da!
Our race
You
possessed
believe it
this
was
world
born in
and thrived
darkness.
here until the invasion by the forces of light. We are locked in a death struggle with them, for they desire our destruction. Do you aid them?
No, we do not aid them. Wars and destruction are not things we value, Visner. Our prime directive prevents us from interfering in internal struggles. But at the request of all parties, we might negotiate a Forgive me, but I find that claim insupportable. This world, while grim, hardly look. Wars and destruction are not things we
Okay,
value.
so I think with
Only
number
two?
one, just go for
Our
the
prime
compromise.
directive prevents
Number
us
two
from-
Yeah.
but I
is...
find that claim
Number
insupportable.
one.
This world, while grim,
Hardly looks like a battleground. It was a plague,
Oh.
Kirk. We already established this.
We already know who's trying to destroy them too. I mean,
Yeah, we already have that information. That's not helpful to us.
Are not things we value, Visner.
I'm not sure.
Our
Each of
prime
them
directive
sound
prevents
pretty
us from
good.
interfering in internal struggles. But at the
I'm
request
gonna
of
go
all
for number one.
parties,
Negotiate a
You open
compromise.
yourself to confusion in speaking with Azra, but it is understandable that you want to hear his side before acting. My assessment of you suggests that most of you will fight the clouding of logic and will see through Azra's deception. Please report to me your success.
Why wait? We've already talked to Azra.
It surprises me that you managed to survive listening to his...
Frankly, Visner, Azra is certainly committed to his cause, but hardly the blood-mad fanatic you describe him to be.
So it strikes me that this is going to be a very short chapter. But now I
Sounds-
understand
Yeah.
why we immediately lost when I shot the thing, because I was taking sides in the war that I didn't know existed yet.
Ah.
oh yeah.
Okay, what's choice two?
Warped theology. It is true they differ greatly from you, but your worldviews are based on common beliefs. You see things from different perspectives, that's all. Frankly,
That's
Visner,
So that's the only
Azra is
two.
certainly committed to his cause.
Not a blood mad
Warped
fanatic
theology.
or...
It seems too.
It is true they differ greatly from you.
Two's pretty track.
But your worldviews are based
Two
on
is
common
very
beliefs.
diplomatic.
You see things from
Much more
different
than one.
Utterly ungrounded in logic. They are creatures of superstition.
Creatures of
They
superstition,
invaded our
like
world
Ensign John.
and sought to drive us from it. How can you suggest we are anything alike?
You question my grounding in logic, but you don't apply logic to an examination of Alphan beliefs. Aren't they concerned with the same things you are? You're supposed to be the reasonable one. Your facts can't be very persuasive if you aren't willing to try and find
That,
common
that doesn't even make sense.
You said they usurped your place in the world, which suggests prior ownership by you. What evidence do you have to support that?
Yeah, do you have evidence that this is actually your world?
You said they usurped your
I
place.
agree, it's a pretty good one.
Oh, I accidentally selected it. That's what we said. Do you have evidence?
Invasion suggests they came to take away that which we possessed. Clearly, you can see
So,
that.
How do
okay.
you know they didn't exist on this world before you encountered them?
Do you further suppose they came first and we invaded
Or
them?
you grew
I
up
see
on
there
the
are
same
only
planet
single-celled
together?
organisms here, each with a defect. Perhaps at one time, the Alpha and Omega life forms were united. A strong, viable species that became divided.
This isn't a choice, by the way.
Only
He's
by
just saying
reuniting
this.
can you hope to survive. And only through mutual cooperation and our help.
This is like the most simplistic railroaded adventure ever.
Yeah, I can't really do anything.
Your position
I'm
is
just here to
Plus,
listen to
the,
people
like, the
talk.
genetic. Turns out that working the genetic thing is so difficult that it's the entire puzzle of the chapter.
See that? Yes, I desire your help for my people. Help
Oh,
us.
come on. Really? No one is ever persuaded by things.
Wow, I mean, it kind of looks like
Now,
coffee,
do we
but
get
I
a
assume it's a
sample?
petri dish.
The dark sample seems more filled with corruption than it does any wholesome living creatures.
Wow, the computer's
It's
so
like
judgy.
Washington, D.C.
Let's scan this, see if the tricorder thinks they're pure evil.
The glass
Wait,
line
look at the
enclosure
description
beyond
again.
This portal is teeming with life, literally billions and billions of... Boy, these Alphans are healthy little beggars. They'll...
Alright, let's look at it again.
The dark sample seems more filled with
corruption
than it does any wholesome living creatures.
Yeah, it's so judgy. Let's pick it up.
You take the alpha sample, which feels cold to the touch.
Oh, good grief, could we get any more polarized? I guess the other one is warm to the touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be. All right, let's go talk to the lady and say we want to compromise, and she'll give us the other sample.
It's not
Azra.
a lady.
It's not a lady?
No, it's got a male voice.
No. Are they not here anymore? They're not here anymore. That's an issue.
That's inconvenient for sure.
The wall slot is made of surgical steel.
Captain, if this device were to produce a sample of the Omegan genetic material...
Yeah, I worked that out, Spock. That's the Omegan material.
Try fiddling with the machine and maybe it'll appear again.
Use
Maybe
machine.
I should ask Spock.
Okay, Spock use machine.
I will now reactivate Azra, Captain.
Oh.
Ta-da.
Wow. We've reactivated Azra. Alright, let's tell him.
Was it not as I said it would be?
Yeah, that's a male voice.
Are not the Alphans unfeeling?
So just tell him that we want to compromise.
Their position. Frankly, Azra Visner is quite rational and makes your impassioned for a being of goodness. Your foul lies. Their position contradicts yours, but there are similarities.
Well, and your differences so much that you just can't see them.
They're as different as angels and demons.
Shut up, Johns. Nobody asked you.
They are beings of shadow. They mock our perfection. They are our antithesis.
Antithesis. That's the key word for this whole adventure.
You repeatedly proclaim yourself good and suggest you are morally superior to the Alphans. Why don't you act like it? If you're so perfect, how come you need our help? You said they were created after you were. How do you know that?
Number 3.
You said they were
number
created
3 for sure.
Yeah. We know we came first because that is what our sacred scriptures
Our sacred
tell us.
scriptures? Ensign Johns, do you have any sacred scriptures you'd like to tell us about?
That which dwells in darkness.
No.
This clearly tells us that we came first. Surely you can see that. Or is it that you have some other interpretation of the event that birthed the Omegans?
Does your sacred scriptures explicitly say that no beings
Hey,
were
Kevin,
created
if you're
before
speaking,
you?
you're
Dare you
muted.
suggest they came first?
Let's see what we've got. 2 single-celled organisms.
Each incapable survival on their own. Same
Both like
conversations
dignity.
before.
Allow us to unite you again. Your combined strengths will make you a viable entity again.
The persuasiveness of your arguments has opened for me a door through which I
Wow, that was easy. It's like, hey, those people you've hated your entire existence, what if you, like, mated with them? It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea, actually. Thanks, Kirk.
Yes, I desire your help for my people.
Really easy to convince.
Maybe it's a big trick like the Enos and the Null Enos in Deep Space Nine.
I don't think this is actually a legit struggle. I think this is a lie, and the alien species is just testing us.
I told you it was warm to the touch.
Yeah. Okay, now we just need to put them... Well, actually, this one's all rusted. Maybe we need to shoot it open with the gun.
Save.
Save new replace.
Replace previous save. Oh, nice too. Okay. I'm gonna put them on opposite sides of the room from where they came from. Why are we setting Ensign Johns to do this?
Because he knows the machine best.
Oh, did it say that it was warm to the touch? I didn't.
Yeah, it's warm to the touch.
Of course.
This sample sequence is like a dream.
How come I still have it then? Why is it in my inventory?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I do think it's necessary, Kirk. That's what
No,
we're
I don't
trying to
think-
do. Maybe we have to put them on the right side of the room. Okay.
It left the right one's all rusty and mossy.
I don't
It's
know
open,
why,
though.
but I could not get a good sampling.
Oh? Now it's spooky music.
Somebody get some Lysol.
What have we
Let
created?
Dr. McCoy try that troublesome sequence.
I can do the job, sir.
They
if
got
I can
the
have some peace and quiet
they got the
here.
sample from
Mr.
Kirk,
Johns, I
right?
think I'm getting a clear picture here of your
It
difficulty.
may be
You
contaminated.
realize that insubordination is an
Okay,
offense punishable
that's-
by a court-martial.
So, talking Ensign Johns here. Choice number 1 is threatening with a court-martial, which is the wrong answer, but I like it.
It looks to me
What's
that
number
you're
2?
deliberately trying to mislead us. That's not a good career move.
That's
Calm
stupid
down,
too.
Ensign.
Ah, that's
no one's
also-
criticizing you. I just need answers. Mr. Johns, I think I'm getting a
Honestly,
Yeah,
all of
obviously.
these
Calm down, Ensign. No one is... Mr. Johns, I think...
I
I'm
really want to
getting a
pick
clear
number
picture
1
here
just
of
out of
your
pure
difficulty.
hatred for Ensign
Do you
Johns.
realize that insubordination is an offense punishable by a court-martial?
Does anyone have any strong
Maybe
objection
try
to
it.
that?
Nah.
Well, if you save the game, then you can restore it.
I did save, yes.
It's important. It says, it's subjected to court martial.
Yeah.
All right, threaten him.
I might lose my career, but at least I'll be able to sleep at night.
What?
McCoy's analysis seems to indicate these two life forms need each other.
Yeah.
Life forms agree. What about that would cause you to lose sleep? Ensign,
That's
if you
sensible.
don't do what I tell you to do, I'll feed you to Visner.
I like it.
Ensign,
Just doing these stats.
Starfleet respects philosophical beliefs, as do I. But I don't tolerate officers who assume that their private beliefs allow them to disregard my orders without consulting me.
Number 1.
Yeah, that's
Doing these stats and you
I
won't
mean-
get in trouble.
Number 1, I'm pretty sure is correct. However, I do have the option of threatening him.
I'll feed you to Visner.
That's
And I want to
comical.
threaten him.
Well, you could go all the way and then restore after we get a comical, stupid ending.
Sure.
Captain, if I do what you want me to, the Omegans will die. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's light and goodness embodied in a single glorious entity. How could any man of conscience want to destroy it?
You're not being asked to destroy them, Ensign. You're being asked
Yeah,
to let them
they
reach
both
their
agreed to
greatest
be
potential.
merged. I don't know what your
You're not
objection
being
here
asked
is,
to make a
Johns.
moral decision. You're being asked by both sides to help them.
But sir, I clearly saw beauty and ugliness, good and evil. Combining them would be the most immoral act in genetics since Khan Singh.
Ensign, these
Wow.
Alphans and Omegans are single-celled
God.
creatures. Those projections are only
Okay.
constructs. You're a geneticist.
He's a
Examine them
geneticist. Wait,
yourself.
why did we bring him
Could
here?
their DNA produce creatures like Osra?
We didn't know this was
It's a
here,
good
did
point.
we?
Your
No.
beliefs are misapplied here.
We just
The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures no more capable of consciousness than a tribble.
hey.
Well, that's
Like
not
true.
true
Even if the
because
projection
they've
should be taken at
communicated
face
with you.
value, both
I mean,
sides
yeah.
agreed to this. Examine it with your instruments, then make your own conclusions, can't you? Ensign, these even if the projection
Yeah,
should
just
be taken
remind
at
him that
face
both
value,
sides agreed.
Both sides have agreed to this. Examine
Yeah.
it with your instruments.
Single cells.
I can't threaten him
You're
anymore.
right. I've been a real idiot. I suppose I should take a refresher course.
I think
on
Yes.
ASAP.
If only he would have been more
Some of the wisest
moralistic.
people in history have written for children.
Never judge an input card by its label. I guess that was the trap I fell into
Okay.
and kept me from doing my job and made me deceive my captain.
If it's any consolation, you're not very good at deception, Ensign.
So this is...
Hope you'll give me a
We're
chance
still
to
going to
correct my
court-martial him,
mistakes.
right? For lying to us?
Do you think we're really meant to combine the two races?
I didn't
I
realize
know.
he
Grab
was
the
actually
sequence. You
deceiving.
can tell whether they're compatible.
Sir, the
He was
sequence
lying about not
indicates
being
that they
able
need
to
be
actually
combined for their
combine
continual
them.
survival. But how did you know?
I listened to Dr. McCoy.
Not right. He,
The logical conclusion
not unless he
given
becomes
the
right with him.
Thank you, Captain.
This game's
Turns
also
around,
just railroading
becomes
us
right.
real hard.
Yeah.
I also like that they referenced Aesop. That's a really good... It seems like
The
something
alpha
that they
sample is sequenced, sir.
have never done in Star Trek, but it's very fitting.
No, I don't
There's
think that's...
the,
No, I don't...
one of his fables is about a wolf who catches a shepherd boy, and he's threatening, okay,
This sample sequence is like a
can you
I never
please let
turned
me
off the
go?
engine background. There it is.
He says, can you please let me go instead of eating me? And the wolf says, well, if you can tell me 3 things that are so true that I cannot disagree with them.
This
He
sample
says, well,
sequence is like a
it's a shame that you caught me, and it's a shame that I let you catch me. Yep. And third,
The two
wolves eat
samples have
people for no
joined together
reason.
as easily as if they had once
And
Well,
the
that's
wolf
not
has
true.
to
been
stop and
separated
the wolf has to stop and
race that
consider
had this
that, and he said,
technology
well,
50,000
from your point of
years
view,
ago
that's
could possibly
absolutely
have been
correct.
able to
You
perform
may go.
such a dissection and kept both halves alive.
But that's not even
With
close
the
to correct.
sample
They eat
sequenced
people
together,
for
I'm ready
food.
to use the replicator to produce
Yeah.
a sample with the combined
That's a
genetic
perfectly
data.
valid reason.
Well, it's simplistic, but the moral of that fable is that the wise man sees all points of
The
view
two
of an
samples
argument.
have joined together as easily as if they had once been a whole.
Any race that had this technology.
Captain, with the
Or in
samples
the terms
sequenced
of
together, I'm ready to
Stephen
use the
Covey and the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I think that's habit
just-
3.
we just
Seek
have to use
first to
the-
understand,
The
then
second
to be
computer.
understood.
I am producing a new culture,
A
Captain.
new culture.
Captain,
A new
the
culture.
genetic
This one
has
sequence is
rock
still
and
stored
roll.
in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
So we
So
were
we-
both we both went to music.
We both went there.
At this point, we can get infinite amounts of this stuff.
Right.
You know,
You
that's
take
nice.
a new sample from the replicator, which feels oddly chilly and lifeless in your hands.
I
Oddly
guess we'll
chilly
call
and
this new life
lifeless.
form the Gammons.
Why not? Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense to me. That's the third letter of the alphabet. Greek alphabet.
Well, nobody knows what the middle ones are. Nobody cares. What? I want to scan this thing. It said it's lifeless. Is it actually lifeless?
That makes sense to me.
Something's wrong here. The creatures are malformed and appear to be feeding upon each other.
Okay, so we
Maybe
need to
we
do
need
something
to,
else to fix this.
Maybe we need some pixie dust or something.
We need something from this room. This
The
also
harmony
has a
machine.
dispenser.
Yeah, maybe put it in there.
Okay, we put it in.
It induces racial
I
harmony.
took it in, but there are problems. The malformed creatures are feeding upon each other and destroying.
Life energy levels are falling.
I think we just lost.
Do we have more? Ooh.
I'm just a simple country doc.
Or maybe not. Maybe we're
Well,
okay.
try to get more from each of the individual machines. If not,
Nothing
we'll have to
unusual
restore.
about that object, Captain.
No, we can just replicate more cultures. We have infinite amounts of the stuff.
Oh,
I
you
am
can
producing a
replicate
new
it.
culture,
Okay.
Captain.
Yeah, so now I just have
The
another
genetic
one.
sequence is
Oh, we didn't have to clean that one after all.
Okay, so maybe we
Take a
do
new
need to
I
clean
guess
it,
why
and
not?
that's part of why they're lifeless, because it's all messed up, the machine.
Save new
Let me save and then use the phaser.
Captain, using the phaser at that setting may
At that setting.
Oh, at that setting. Ah, wow.
a unique use of a phaser, but adequate for removal.
What if I shoot?
Oh, okay, we did have to clean it. That's what made it. That's what made them incompatible or whatever.
Potentially.
I am producing a new culture.
We're about to find out.
Captain, after that last bad sample, I feared for the worst. However, this sample appears to be okay. Captain, the genetic sequence...
Okay. This seems to be good.
So that's a green petri dish.
Let's grab it.
I officially christen this life form the Gammons.
We already said that, Johns. Let's scan the new life form.
These combined creatures have a triangular structure. These Gammons have the
Hey,
energy
they
efficiency
call
of
them
the
deltas.
Omegans and the
Deltans.
reproductive rate of the
Like,
alphas.
they
We
could
already
have
had
called them
Deltans.
Deltans, but we already had Deltans, which are also all about reproduction.
Aren't they doing the opposite of reproduction? I'm pretty sure the only Deltan we meet is the lady from the motion picture who says, like, "My oath of celibacy is on file, sir." It's all weird. Let's go put it in the machine.
Well, Jim, it doesn't look like it does anything.
It did something last time.
Oh, I guess I spoke
Oh.
too soon.
Oh, phew!
It took it in. It looks as if the colony is getting a foothold in there.
Life energy levels.
The Deltans from the motion picture, I think, became the Betazoids
Yeah.
of TNG.
I think I remember hearing that before too.
And less creepy.
Appears to be thriving in this
Yeah. Well, the Decker character and the what was her name?
For your hard work.
Lieutenant.
Design for which we
That became Troy and Riker.
to tell you. Thank you for your hard work.
Really? I'm authorized to tell you. Error. Thank you for your hard work. We are authorized
Your
to tell
call
you.
is very important to us.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Are you
That's fine. We
receiving
need to go
any
realign the
strange
antennas
subspace or
outside.
radio signals?
Captain, there is
Oh,
a
yeah.
neutrino-based transmission being broadcast near your current position.
Neutrino-based.
From a point of unknown
Wow, that's
origin,
impressive.
Probably from another star system. Our equipment is not designed to handle it. Though given 1 to 2 weeks, we might be able to identify patterns and extrapolate what it's
And that's
doing.
the
I happen to know where we might have some equipment that could triangulate that signal.
Yeah,
On the Enterprise.
Triangulate,
No.
because they have a
Sure.
triangular
That's
structure.
her. I think she was I mean, she wasn't Betazoid, but she might have been the choice before the before TNG came on. That's what I think you're thinking of.
So I need to realign the telescopes, but I need to restore power. Spock, can you do anything with this?
Captain.
That one's not working. One's not powered. What was the problem with the third one? I think that this one's also not powered.
Captain. Until...
Yeah.
The sensor
This one's
array's
too big.
bright
This one's
disk
too small.
blossoms on a
This
rock
one's
like
just right.
the sensor array.
I don't know if there's anything I can do with this right now. What
Maybe
if
you need to find power. Maybe talk to the holograms. Have you talked to them since you reunited them?
No, I just assumed they
right,
ceased to exist.
We needed to get some sort of power working out here, but I don't remember seeing anything for that inside.
Ask them for a battery.
Yeah.
I
Phaser.
had not thought of making the array appear as weathered as the rocks, but then...
It has a power source spot.
He's so sassy.
He's fucking...
It's got a battery in it. We can restore power that way.
When he wants to be.
Sassy Spock.
Alright. Let's see if they do still exist. I doubt it.
Like, hey, can we buy him a battery?
Maybe there'd be an amalgam of the hologram in the center room once you finish the thing.
There already is.
That's
You
what,
just...
Activating Visner, Captain.
Really? He's
I
still
suppose
here?
that's what some teenage Vulcans are like. They're like rebellious, so
Captain
they're
EMH.
all completely logical, but they're sassy and they're speaking of it.
Suggest that you can succeed with perseverance.
Okay, so they can't help anymore. They're done.
You get no.
Grounding me is illogical.
There's the one that's the combination of the two, but we need to realign the antennas specifically to get him to work. He's not going to help us. If we try to talk to him, he'll just error out.
For your hard work. You have
Yeah.
Just the tracking.
It doesn't look
Your
like
call
there's
is very
anything
important to
around
us.
for us to pick up.
Please hold. Yeah, I don't get it either. If you beam back to the Enterprise, that ends the mission.
What if I use the computer
Nothing to
communicator?
report, Captain. Are you ready to be beamed aboard?
Tourist season's not over, Lieutenant.
So when do we get shore leave, Captain?
Lieutenant, if I scheduled shore leave down on this planet, I'd be the most unpopular captain in the Starfleet. Kirk.
In the Starfleet.
The Starfleet.
Yeah, they say
The
that
Starfleet.
sometimes.
Where the Picard is.
Sometimes people, especially in the
Citadel.
older shows, will say the Starfleet or the Federation Starfleet or the Earth Starfleet.
Or the Voyager.
It's
in
the
Yeah.
Voyager.
That was one thing that really annoyed me actually in Voyager, is that
I
they
can see
never
this one.
used the in front of it, in front of the ship's name.
They do exactly once.
Yeah. Really? Like
In that
the pilot or
episode,
something?
I don't remember anything that happened in it other than that was the episode where they went into that like hall of mirrors with the whole ship. And they saw a reflection of Voyager and they were like, oh, it's the Voyager.
Oh, is that the one like where
Is
they're
that
in
the
a
one where
black hole?
Neelix got his lungs stolen?
Huh?
There's the one where they see an image of themselves further into a black hole. They don't realize that they're in a black hole at first.
It's not a black hole, it's like it's a hall of mirrors and they have to bounce a phaser beam off the mirror to triangulate
Oh,
something.
okay. Okay, so
Okay.
it's not. Yeah.
You know, so
Apparently, there's more than one. We ran into another instance of Voyager sitting out there episode.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. There might be cabling around, but if so, I haven't seen it. I can't use gun on it because Spock will chastise me.
Do you have any other tools in your inventory?
Tricorder, medical tricorder, failed culture. I have one of those.
Try the
Maybe-
medical kit.
There must be something you can scavenge from somewhere.
What if I go get one of the good cultures and then try to use that as a power source?
You didn't think
That's
to
a
bring
good
a power
idea.
unit down with you?
Or, you know, the Enterprise is still there. We could get a power unit.
Yeah.
Well, there are others using phasers to power things. They probably could.
I was unaware you had studied.
Don't patronize me, Spock.
The energy cell in our phaser is not compatible with this alien technology, Captain.
I am producing
Yeah, just give me a new culture. I'm wondering if this is super magical and I can use it for power. Lifeform-based battery. It wouldn't let me take any parts from the broken one.
It's like bioneural gel packs.
Maybe I can take parts now that I can actually, now that I actually have a purpose for these things.
A weak greenish glow comes from this dish.
Greenish glow?
A glow.
A weak green...
Wait, but why... Use culture on thing.
I don't think that's necessary.
I think it's necessary, Kirk. There's a little window
I don't
here.
think that's necessary.
What about the control panel?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Why don't you get an exercise bike, hook it up to there, and start pedaling?
Have Spock do it.
No effect. No effect.
So I can't take any of the components. Unless I use the gun.
I had not thought of making... Destroying the control mechanism is not in the best interests of this mission.
Don't I get a blindfold first?
Jeez.
I give up.
It appears that my belief that this mission could be accomplished without violence is in error.
It is definitely an error, Spock, yes.
Error.
Kirk can't even decide which way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I use the medical tricorder on this to see where its power is coming from?
Have you tried going further to the left?
There's just another broken antenna, unpowered antenna.
It appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The support beneath the base is weak and crumbled. It is aligned to a point approximately
35 degrees above the horizon.
Does that tell us anything we can tell the ship?
I will need to adjust the control.
I already knew that information, but when I called the ship, they just said it was like, hey, can we come down for shore leave? And that's it.
Come on down.
Okay.
Spock must feel
Maybe if you ask them...
Can you go down here?
Maybe if you ask them from while you're
I can't
here.
go down.
Captain Kirk.
I guess I could try asking
down.
them from here.
Enterprise to Captain. Mr. Scott wishes to know if you're ready to beam up.
Not yet, Uhura. Kirk out.
Why don't they send Mr. Scott down here with a battery?
Yeah. There are so many solutions to this that we're not exploring. So
This is called adventure game logic, by the way, where there's obviously a realistic solution, but that does not apply because you have to solve a puzzle for it.
Have Spock fix it with bear knives, bear skins and bone knives.
No, I don't.
Like in one Sierra adventure game, you're supposed to find out how to wash your hands. But there's even though it's a castle that people have been living in for 500 years, there's no bathroom, there's no sink, there's no kitchen, and so you have to go find snow to go and
Jim,
wash
have
your
you lost your
hands with.
mind? Jim, this isn't funny.
Okay, so I can't phaser the rocks. I don't see anything on the ground to pick up in any of these screens.
How about disassembling the tricorder and using that as a power supply?
Well, let me see. Use gun.
Or even
use
a phaser.
Gun on tricorder.
Captain, destroying the equipment.
No. Use gun on
How
culture.
can you go? How can you go to the bathroom on the starship?
Very well, thanks for asking.
How about phasering the sample?
Jim,
I just tried, it won't let me.
I recommend.
Well, you see, in the bathroom there are these 3 seashells.
Kill phaser the large rock in the background, not the one it's standing on? That doesn't
I
seem...
almost remember what that means about the seashells.
Yeah, this place is hot enough already, thanks. Jeez, why would we even consider that?
It'd be too hot for me, that's for sure.
At least the game recognizes that that would heat it. I can try this one over here. Once he stops walking, there we go.
I believe that will be
unnecessary.
Jim, are you all right?
Wait, say that again? Did he say I believe that will be unnecessary, Captain?
Yeah.
I believe that will be unnecessary, Captain.
Oh yeah.
He's
Who's
talking
he
in the
talking
third person.
Who's he talking to?
Talking to himself.
He's going crazy.
The captain has gone insane.
We're
Going
increasingly
berserk.
complicated the final few episodes just to force us to buy the strategy guide. Well, I don't have the strategy guide. I have a manual, but that's not going to give me the puzzle answer.
Captain is going berserk.
At this point, though, if someone wanted to look up a walkthrough and like just give a hint of what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Not outright straight, but it's like, are we looking for a piece of equipment we need to pick up? Or do we need
Which
to use
chapter
the
is this?
objects we
Light and the
have?
Darkness. Okay.
Could it be more obvious?
I can't.
If we had to-
I can't phaser any
if
of the
we had to-
rocks.
Jim, are you?
Birds.
I'm pretty sure we scanned all
Either
through, but I
way,
can
if-
do it again.
If anybody listening now or in the future needs a very good website for such hints and walkthroughs, excuse me, the website of choice is gamefact.com. GAMEFAQS.com.
Facts.
Jim, if you'd like, Captain,
Bring back memories.
Okay. I don't think scanning the rocks is the answer. They're very clearly background, but I can scan them anyway.
This rock is a secondary formation produced by the interaction
Use Spock's
of plates,
tricorder on
earthquakes,
antenna's
and
console, then on antenna itself.
Use Spock on the what?
Use Spock's tricorder on antenna console and then on antenna itself. Then use phaser on rocks at maximum behind
appears to be
antenna.
Similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to
Similar to the Madai sensor dish on Vulcan.
I'm surprised. A solution that requires a gun. I'm surprised you haven't found it.
The array appears to have.
Okay, so now I've scanned both.
Is this the first one you go to?
That was the third one, because I happen to be
Go to
here.
the first one, yeah.
There's got to be some sort of regulation that every Starfleet officer has to clasp his hands behind his back at some point when he's just standing around.
Scan the console. Similar to a Madai sensor dish, yada yada yada. It operates on geothermal energy, tapping into heat from the ground below.
Ah.
Jim, this isn't funny.
Jim, this isn't
Right,
funny.
because
It
below
is
is down.
fascinating how desperate situations can
Try
inspire such.
the
Try
use
to
tricorder on antenna itself, and then the rock behind
Oh.
the antenna.
Oh,
So I don't know if
you-
it means
Phaser
under
stop.
it
Yeah,
or
tricorder
behind
on
it.
the antenna.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which
Okay,
Try-
now try
Try to
facing
put
the rock.
the phaser on stun. Also.
Ta-da!
the energy level is
That's
insufficient,
weird.
Captain.
We cannot generate the energy needed.
If it's thermal energy,
But we have
you
the
want, Jim,
Enterprise's
I remember this
phasers.
planet that used a starship's
A
phasers
starship's phasers on a microwave setting.
An interesting observation, Doctor. We could use the same technique here, but the beam would have to be extremely precise.
Okay.
Okay, so just
Save new replace.
so just call the Enterprise and have
Yep.
them zap the
Mr.
exact
Scott requests
place.
to know if everything is
Save
all right,
first.
sir.
Tell Mr. Scott that everything is fine. Kirk out.
What?
No, everything's not fine.
What do you
We
mean?
need some microwaves.
We just said starship phasers. What do you
How?
mean everything's fine?
You want the next hint?
No, hang on.
Or maybe you have to zap a rock that's closer. No, that's what Dr. McCoy
That's
said
the only
is
one
way
I can
too
phaser.
obvious.
Use Spock's tricorder on rock, then use communicator.
But I
Wow,
already,
this is
I already got the
This is
answer.
such an
from
illogical
dialogue.
solution to such a simple puzzle.
Captain, although this rock formation does indirectly lead to the thermal core, I suggest finding an area that would allow a more direct transfer of energy.
Like here?
Okay, maybe we have to.
Nothing unusual about that object.
Okay, maybe we have to. So there are 3 locations for the dishes. Maybe we have to find the right location for the Enterprise to zap. Maybe the right location is only at
So
one
now-
of the 3
now-
dishes.
Now use communicator, it says.
But I swear, if that's the answer, when we explicitly told in dialogue to use the starship phasers, and that's not good enough.
Mr. Scott requests to know if everything is all right, sir.
Tell Mr. Scott that everything is fine.
I don't know.
Everything's
Okay,
fine.
we'll
Kirk
keep
out.
go to the next array. Go to the next antenna and zap the rock there, and then call the Enterprise.
This
and
one's already
repeat for the
happening.
third
Use the
one.
communicator?
I could try to give him the communicator. Use
Scotty,
communicator.
I need to-
No.
I am sending the.
Wait, what?
That was too easy, Mr. Spock. The angle is 32.5 degrees.
Thank you.
Don't click through dialogue. Oh, he missed it.
Not now, Scotty. Kirk out.
We're ready
Oh,
to
well.
assist in any way we can, Captain. Scott.
Okay, so all that I can infer from that is that the away team said we needed the Enterprise to calculate the correct place to point the dishes, and they did so.
Okay, let's shoot the rock again.
Went right through Spock.
Let's scan it again.
Captain, although this rock formation does indirectly lead to the thermal.
We need to find an area that would allow a more direct transfer of energy, which I would assume is this one that's right under it, but apparently not.
Mr. Scott requests to know if
Tell Mr. Scott.
Okay.
Is it another at the end?
What about-
You have to put it on stun thing.
What about this giant rock on the right?
Ah, there we go. That's probably it.
Now let's scan it.
These rocks are approximately 1.3.
That's not helpful.
Check to see if the console's powered now. I mean, it doesn't look like it's lit up, but
No.
Spock, see what you can do with this.
Captain, until power has
No,
been
no power. Yeah, let's try the third antenna. There might be a different rock there, one that leads more directly to the thermal core, which I don't think means anything geologically, but we can try it. Those are some nice big rocks. Phaser that rock.
Jim, all you're doing is turning this rock planet into a gravel planet.
Captain, that actually.
Jim, all you're doing.
Okay. Scan all of them.
This rock is a secondary formation.
I mean, sure, Spock, but does it lead to the thermal core?
This rock is a secondary.
Alright, so we have to find the right rock to shoot.
Mr. Scott wishes to know if you're ready to.
No, I'm not ready to
Sounds
be.
like that would be the one underneath it, but
I
Jim,
can't
have you
even
lost
try
your
it.
mind?
I can't scan
can
it.
you try it on stun?
Have
Can't do
Spock
anything.
scan all the rocks.
Nothing unusual.
Nothing unusual. What about this rock on the left? I can't use the Enterprise
rock is a
well, I'm
secondary
supposed to use the Enterprise phasers. But I have to get the exact right rock first.
This rock is a. This rock is.
I know how rocks are formed, Spock.
This rock.
Igneous, sedimentary, and surreptitious.
Parliamentary. Yes.
Parliamentary.
And legislative.
Maybe is there a rock outside the there are rocks outside the building. Maybe I can shoot a rock outside the building. So yeah, the
I'm
hand
pretty sure
phasers
it's
aren't
gotta be
nearly
one
enough
on the
even on
screen.
kill. For reasons. That's a big old rock. Does it lead directly to the thermal core?
Completely barren.
Nope, it doesn't even register that that's a rock.
A form of granite, Captain, primarily composed of potash feldspar.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, I found. Go back to the rock where go back to whichever
First antenna.
rock we fired at when afterward Dr. McCoy said we should use the Enterprise phasers.
Yeah, that's this one here.
Yeah.
Let's shoot it again.
Okay. Scan the rock you fired at. Spock should say that it is the best place to gather the geothermal energy required to get the satellites working.
He said the opposite
Communicate
of
with
that.
the ship and tell Sulu
No,
to
yeah.
fire the phasers
Maybe
at the
that
port.
rock
He
on
said-
the right.
Most accessible spot to heat
What?
rocks below
That's the same rock I scanned before.
and generate geothermal energy.
When you said it doesn't
What
lead
the hell?
directly to the thermal core.
Now use communicator.
Now communicate with the ship.
What the hell? Did we not do the things in like exactly the right order?
Am I going crazy,
I
or is
think-
that
I
not the
think
exact
you
same rock
shot
that
it-
Spock said was wrong before?
I think you shot it slightly to the right of where you shot it this time.
The hot spots may have been ill-defined compared to the graphics.
Wow.
Can you read me?
Sulu here, Captain. How can I help you?
The Enterprise should broadcast a low-level
Wow.
microwave beam.
That is some horseshit.
I am sending.
We have them, Mr. Spock. Get ready. Stand away from the blast area.
Stand by, ready for weapons position.
And by like
right,
walk a
let's,
mile away and then have them
No,
fire.
no, 5 feet. This seems safe.
Temperature near the power coupling is rising rapidly. I estimate a below-ground temperature of 345 degrees Kelvin is required to reactivate the array. It is at 320, 330, 335, 340,
Oh boy,
345,
exciting.
350.
Shut off the beam, Mr. Suma.
Affirmative, Captain.
Okay.
The array is now drawing power. We
Spock, see what you can do with this.
Spock, use the controls.
The parameters of this sensor have been preset. I said.
What?
Well, the control panel there is working.
Control panel's
Now you
working,
just
but
set it to
Spock doesn't want to
32.5
touch it.
degrees.
32.5 is what
Try,
Mr. Scott said. Can I
Try
use all
using
of them?
Spock on the satellite itself, satellite dish itself.
The array dish appears to have escaped much of the damage.
No.
Yeah.
Let me scan it again.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which.
So, yeah, Mr. Scott said 32.5, which I guess Spock doesn't remember.
Spock has to use the controller.
We already tried that. He just said no, I won't do it.
Or maybe
Maybe I have to
Scott
scan
was
it
only
first.
talking about. Maybe Scott was only talking about the dish you were standing next to at that time.
Yeah, maybe he wants to, maybe he'll be happy to play with this one.
Use Spock on controller.
I'm now attempting to realign the device to
There we go.
2.5 degrees.
Aha.
So yeah, maybe now you gotta call Scott on all of them.
Correctly aligned.
Check the third one. See if you can modify the third one.
Yeah. We'll call Spock. Or not
What are you
call
gonna
Spock.
call
We'll
him?
call Scotty.
Kirk to Enterprise.
Enterprise to Captain. Mr. Scott wishes.
Not yet,
No,
Uhura.
I'm not ready to beam up. Is this one even not powered? I don't think it's powered.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
is.
look
I
bad.
mean, it's got the. It has the
Yeah, it's
light going.
glowing.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Okay.
Use Spock.
So,
The parameters of this sensor have been preset.
okay, so only one of the three dishes needed realigning.
Maybe you gotta call Scott
Hypothetically.
for each dish.
I can't call Scott.
Enterprise to Captain.
Mr. Scott
Mr.
wants to know if you're ready
wishes
to beam
know
up.
if you're
No,
ready to
I need
beam
to
up.
know
Not
information
yet,
from Mr.
Uhura.
Scott, though. 32.5.
We got what we need outside now.
Let's
Now
go back to the building and see if
inside.
we've actually just solved it. If we're done. We might just be done. If so, that's a bit stupid. There's no way it's done. Why would they give us 3 dishes and we can only interact with one of them? That can't be right. Well, we're gonna go talk to the dude. The hologram of, what do we call them? The gammons?
Yep.
Thank you, Captain, for your aid in
Oh, yeah, we
constantly
did it. We aligned exactly one of them.
necessary realignment of our communications array. You have performed admirably. Of the 16 stations reporting at this point, there have been 50% fatalities, 30% other failures, and only 20% successes.
One group got
One
points
group
for style.
got points for style.
Points for style? Is this some sort of game? Not another alien race with a superiority complex. Who are you?
I like number 2.
Your appreciation is welcome, but many questions remain unanswered. Who are you?
Yeah, that's the Star
I'd
Trek
like-
answer.
Not another alien race.
I
with a
like number
superiority
1.
complex. Points for style? Is this some
Is
sort
it
of
some
game?
sort of game? It does use some sort of. So that's good.
That,
What does he mean by points for style?
Let's
I
imply.
do want to know what the hell that was about.
Contest? Perhaps a quest is
A
the best
quest?
description for
Really?
what is transpiring.
Ooh, quest.
Mr. Johns might even refer
Like
to it as a
King's
religious
Quest or
vocation.
Space Quest.
Contest suggests there is a prize. A religious vocation? That carries with it a compulsion that allows no compromise. What if we do not want to participate in your contest? We will not kill to entertain you. We want nothing to do with your quest.
He didn't say anything about killing.
That seems.
Not number
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
A religious vocation? That carries with it a
What if we don't want to
compulsion
participate
that
or
contest suggests
give us
there is a
some money?
prize.
I want to ask for a prize.
Oh, there
I'm
is
asking for a prize.
An
We will
enterprise?
discover that the gammons are eating their way out of their enclosure, and after 1 million or so years, will have completely terraformed this world.
Wow, what a prize!
That's great. I'll mark that on my calendar to come back.
The gift of knowing the name of my creators and the creators of all this. They are the
Wow, yeah, these guys are really
Clear on who the
narcissistic.
Brassica are.
Captain, from this side,
Your
I can
prize
deduce
is
various
knowing
things
us,
about
because
the
we're the
Brassica.
best.
They are taller and more
We are
slender.
Your prize
deigning
is
to
friendship.
acknowledge your
They possess
existence.
3 fingers and a thumb on each hand. I suppose bilateral symmetry, and I know they possess greater visual acuity than humans. They visited this place
How we-
well
what?
before humans
How do you
had
know
left
any of this,
Cro-Magnon
Spock? What do you
stage of
mean?
development. And I note they have avoided detection by us, and presumably every other race in the universe, before they decided to send
The
out
universe?
scouts to bring us to their bases.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. Spock. And more
Not the
each
galaxy,
time
the
as you
whole
continue
universe.
the quest.
Yeah.
Wish you luck.
Are we
Kirk's
done?
Enterprise, Scotty, 4 to
Yes.
beam up.
Okay.
Hmm.
I guess
Well, I'm
that
really
was that.
confused on. I'm really confused on how those computers got there and the machinery, and
Alpha and
They
if
Omega,
built
there's
them.
only signals.
beginning and the
This whole thing was
only
cast.
single cell
Bones and new
organisms.
beginning. We were the midwives.
It was
of the
all a
rebirth
test.
of a life form. 2 halves that have been made whole again. That's the way it was meant to be.
Let us hope that this is the end of Vincent John's prejudices.
Yeah,
We
let's
can
hope.
all
okay.
God.
stop judging people by appearances.
Oh, Jesus
Ensign
Christ.
Johns might have done well to remember the biblical representation of Lucifer, appearing in the guise of an angel of light.
You can never trust
I don't
anyone.
remember that part.
People who look like pointy-eared hobgoblins are definitely.
I mean, I know Sauron
It
did
appears
that.
Dr. McCoy did not learn
I don't know
the
about
lesson
Lucifer. I haven't read that. But no, Sauron was big on. It's like, no, I'm
Fortunately, the
all
Alphans
fair
and
and
Omegas
beautiful.
learned
I'm an elf.
philosophy
You can trust me.
Personal belief are not as easily divorced from logic as some would believe. We humans attain our
Sauron is
greatest
just an
fulfillment
evil,
when
charismatic
both of them are
blacksmith.
united.
Really, Captain.
Really? But I've had enough philosophy for one day. I'd rather worry about these Brassica and their cosmic quest.
Well, with
Now-
me aboard, we're sure to get points for style.
Points for
Many
style.
questions
Yeah.
remain unanswered.
Having listened
Sauron,
to
to
this
ask.
whole
Make the
adventure
rings
now, I'm
yourself.
not convinced it makes any
Bring it up,
sense.
Lieutenant.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment,
Um,
Captain, and have a
What
few
what do we mean
comments.
that like
While
one
you
half was
achieved the
evil, one
desired
half
result
was
from
good?
your assignment, Jim, I can only give you a satisfactory rating.
Wonder what we
Don't
didn't get.
expect as much from a cadet.
Honestly, I don't
I'm
care.
concerned about your performance,
Wow.
and I'm going to have
Yeah, I
to
don't
follow
either.
my
That was
instructions
horseshit.
to command.
It's Admiral
Ahead, Mr.
Kane.
Sulu. Warp factor 5.
Yes.
Leaving orbit.
What was wrong with how you
Increasing
solved
warp
that?
factor 5.
There was a
Did you
lot
not
wrong
use
with
the
how
right
I solved
dialogue
that.
options?
It's true. Threatening people probably didn't help.
Yeah, I kind of bombarded that deliberately by just constantly threatening
Spock, where do you
Ensign
think we should
Johns.
start looking for this? Brassica?
Logic suggests that they will present us with
Oh,
opportunities.
some time ago someone asked what the plot
Captain,
of this
a message from
of this
Starfleet.
game was, and the answer is it doesn't have one.
USS Regulus has been forced to cancel its survey mission to the Antares.
It's purely episodic.
We've decided to redirect the Enterprise to that mission. The USS Hood will take over for your current assignment.
Of course, the
I don't have a
Antares
current
Rift is rather
assignment.
dangerous.
What is the Hood taking over?
Nothing the Enterprise can't handle. But be careful.
Could you be more specific, Admiral Richards? Hang on, wait, what system did he say?
You have to go to the Antares
Antares?
Rift and do
Okay.
something.
Antares, which means I have to switch over to the manual. Antares is Antares Rift 15. And that's up and to the right. It's next to this little nebula thing. Okay.
Oh, this, of course. This is actually the Prince of Persia thing. It's a copy.
Yeah, it's copy protection.
Right.
Copy
I don't know why I
protection.
I missed that.
Copy protection involving the manual is very, very best done when it's done in the story of the game.
I was gonna say, yeah, well integrated in this case. The Prince of Persia thing,
Stardate
very heavy-handed.
57.6. We have
I
entered
remember
the Antares Rift
planning-
and found
found
spatial disruptions in the Rift.
that make using warp engines extremely dangerous. Repairs are almost complete on the minor damage we suffered upon entry into the Rift.
We're gonna get
We
some
are
space
continuing
combat,
our
aren't we?
survey using impulse engines.
My poor babies. Warp engines were meant to be used, Captain.
Communications are back online, Captain.
Deflectors at 93% power and increasing.
Captain, undoubtedly that phenomenon would explain many of the strange disappearances in the sector. Still, with our warp engines...
Points for Leonard Nimoy for correcting the word phenomena.
We will be safe.
Oh, we got some space lightning.
Storm.
A lightning storm in space.
Communications are on
Oh,
again,
reverse
Captain.
angle. We never
Is
get a
anyone
reverse
hurt?
angle.
If he was human, Mr. Spock's pride
Wow,
might
that's
be...
rare.
Captain, sensors failed to indicate anything unusual prior to the explosion. I would speculate that it was caused by an extremely unusual rift in the space-time continuum.
Extremely unusual.
Hang on. Sensors indicated absolutely nothing, and you're just assuming it's a rift in the space-time continuum.
Our sensors weren't programmed to detect it.
And it could happen again at any time without warning.
Oh, okay, we're here. Spock. Wait, what? I can just leave.
It's stuck. We're not getting out of here that way.
Why are we trying to get out? Wait, what's our plan? What's happening? There's an explosion. There's damage to the ship. And we're all trying to leave. I mean...
Is
no,
this
go
mission
back to your
on the
space.
Enterprise? Awesome.
Yeah. Use Spock on console. Get back to your station, Spock. What are you doing up here?
Captain, the library computer is online. Apparently, its circuits were shielded from the explosion. Captain, we have lost probe control. We might regain it from auxiliary control.
Auxiliary control.
Okay, where's your auxiliary
Captain,
control?
I've already said they're useless. I might be able to employ backup systems from auxiliary
Yeah,
control.
yeah, we got that.
Is auxiliary control in engineering?
Captain, these controls are useless.
What if we use
need
auxiliary control,
auxiliary
Mr.
control.
Scott?
Yeah.
I assume that's not on the bridge, and that's why we need to get out.
Helm still does
Have you
not
tried
respond.
having Mr. Spock smash it yet?
Things look very bad. I can't get any of
Captain? Oh, that's right. I forgot about the...
I don't have any inventory. I was going to try to shoot it, but no, I can't. I don't have a gun. Well, get back to your chair. Oh, I
You
just
can't
leave
shoot
it
your
around.
way out of this one,
On the bridge.
Ryan.
Little immediate hope for improvement.
Yes, what? What about Ryan? I'm Ryan.
I said you can't shoot your way out of this one, Ryan.
Oh, I should be able to.
It's stuck. We're not getting out of here.
I mean, you say that, but we do have a Vulcan who's
I
stronger.
do not see the logic in that action.
What do you mean you don't see the logic in it, Spock?
And trying to open the door?
Use Spock on
We
Kirk.
are in a difficult situation, Captain. But I see no sign of panic.
No sign of panic?
I do not see...
Okay, so the library computers were shielded. There's a little panel off to the right.
This seems pointless.
Then why did you draw it, game?
Wow!
This seems pointless.
Why did
The
you draw it
game
in the background? It's
itself is-
pointless.
I
Go
do not
use
see
it.
the logic.
Have Kirk use it.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Isn't that just the plaque with the name of the ship?
Maybe, but why is it drawn if we can't even look at it? You get out of the
Captain, I've already
way.
said they're useless.
Wait, who even is this? Who's this guy?
Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm
Mr.
a
Walker.
security guard, sir, not an idea man. Still, if we could send out probes to detect these rifts, we might get a better idea on whether they're moving or not, and whether we should stop and make repairs or keep moving.
Okay, who
Yeah,
else?
setting out probes
I
is a
was
good idea.
barely able to reroute the necessary connections last time, Captain. Communications
Yeah, let's
are
just talk to
completely
everyone and see if
useless
they have
now.
any hints for
We
us.
may be able to enter codes into the library computer and
The
instruct
library
others to-
computer through auxiliary control.
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain, navigation is not responding. The circuits are as lifeless as a Stalinist.
Lifeless as a Stalinist. Okay.
Status, Mr. Sulu.
Helm is not responding, Captain. The controls are completely dead.
Okay, they did not tell the actor what was going on when he recorded that line.
Status, Mr. Sulu.
Helm is not responding, Captain. The controls are completely dead.
He's acting like we're in a space battle right
True.
Scotty, what's our status?
Yeah.
Pretty bad, Captain. Whatever hit the Enterprise hit us right in our own neighborhood. The hull is breached 6 meters from the bridge. Beyond that, the instruments are useless. I can't read or send anything through these controls. We'll need a starbase to make this bridge functional again.
Scotty, how about auxiliary
Yes,
control?
auxiliary control. Where is
cannot
auxiliary
determine
control?
The status of anything
I
beyond
cannot.
the place where the rupture occurred.
Hey.
The rest of the ship could be dead as far as we know.
That's actually, like, spelled correctly with it, if there's an E at the end.
You get no response.
And it actually is legitimate
You get no.
Scottish word.
Did you talk to
I've
Spock
already
yet?
said they're-
Captain, I am...
Yeah, let's talk to Spock.
Captain, I believe I may be able to adjust the sensors to detect
The
these
sensors,
spatial
yes.
rifts and pilot the Enterprise to avoid them.
Yeah,
However, the
auxiliary
sensors
control.
are too heavily damaged here. I will need
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
to
auxiliary control.
Have
Okay.
you tried the communicator?
Bulkheads were breached just outside
I don't have
the
any
bridge.
inventory.
No one's going to be able to leave the bridge for at least an hour unless they're transported out.
Okay, this time they wrote it in Scottish, but it's
I don't have a communicator, I don't have a gun. I can't use the internal communications.
Touch everything.
Well, that's the plan. Touch Sulu.
Captain, is something wrong?
Oh my!
Supplement. Captain's log supplement.
Okay, I can't do anything with my chair controls.
Captain, I have to fix that in engineering when I get a chance to get off the bridge.
There is no problem with the display, Captain. We have been cut off from ship sensors.
Captain, I have to fix that in...
Now, does anyone know where auxiliary control is?
No
is
idea.
Is that the science council that Spock is at?
Yeah. I told him to go over
Captain,
there.
I
He
have
didn't do
managed to
anything.
program a message into the library
What?
computer. The first time a person
What?
accesses
Why did you do that the first time I asked you,
they will
Spock?
read our distress
You said you had to go to auxiliary control.
Hopefully, they can code a reply into the computer, which we can access. Captain, the transporters are operational. I request permission to be transported.
Oh, I can just keep
so
clicking
I
on
can
it.
begin the adjustments to sensors as soon as possible.
So the puzzle is just keep clicking on the same spot over and over again.
No, Spock.
Wow.
Go ahead, Spock.
Now, Spock, go ahead. That's fine.
That doesn't look like a transporter beam.
What the heck is that?
What was that? It's a gremlin from the wing.
Oh god. No, Sulu's saying he can take care of that. Excellent. Just keep transporting
Patching
everyone
your
into the
log
void.
computer. You should have voice messages.
Captain, we've managed to jury rig an
Not
evacuation
voicemail.
tube through the bridge turbo lift. We should be able to keep it stable long enough for you to be evacuated.
I can't believe the answer is actually just keep clicking on the same console over and over again.
I can take care of that, Captain. I'm patching your log into...
Captain, we've managed to jury rig...
Yeah, the turbo lift. Now, what if I use...
I can take care of that, Captain.
No,
I'm
Sulu,
patching
shut
your...
up.
Captain, we've managed to jury...
Okay, fine. Now can I open the door? Now I can open the door. Wow. Whoa,
Is that
it's
the only
not-
exit from the bridge on the show?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Auxiliary control. We found auxiliary control. Wait, where was Spock going again? I assume he had to go to the transporter room, but...
Captain's log. After equipping ourselves with tricorders and phasers, we are
Honestly,
now
it probably
searching
doesn't
for a
matter
way to
where
find
he's trying to
Spock and
beam to.
return
It
him
probably
to us.
didn't work.
I've determined that the best place to start.
Did we just
Ooh.
lose? No. Okay.
Captain, it's a very good thing we took the warp engines offline.
How bad is it, Scotty?
That explosion was 42% stronger than the one
42%
that struck near the
stronger.
bridge.
Not 42%.
I hope it's not a trend. Keep me posted, Mr. Scott. Kirk out.
Okay, so we're just losing crew members left and right. Use controls.
Wait, did we lose again?
Scotty went to engineering. He's not with us anymore.
The deck
Oh, okay.
integrity monitor says that everything.
The deck integrity
Captain, why are
monitor
you
says
using
everything
the
is
control
safe.
panel? The door isn't locked.
Don't patronize me, Sulu.
Our highest priority is control of the sensors. We must find Spock.
I'll handle it, Captain. Remember, I was a physicist when I first joined the
Was he?
Enterprise.
Sulu's a physicist, you say?
Captain,
Oh, look, it's
look.
Spock. Talk. Because I don't have a gun.
What?
Captain,
Whoops.
what happened?
Captain.
It appears our alien friend likes its privacy.
Okay, well, I can't talk to it.
Cossacks have locked the door, Captain.
The Cossacks? Who says that? Well, obviously, check
This
out
panel doesn't
this.
seem to be working.
Okay, so now I can't go in there.
We could bring down a phaser welder and force it open.
We don't have the time, Mr. Sulu.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if we take long enough to solve this problem, to solve this
I was gonna
puzzle,
say.
we'll have time.
Save new replacement.
We actually have arbitrarily much time.
Ooh.
This says
Let's just go to a
You-
different floor. Yes? Did we lose?
Do you want me to answer that?
I mean, whether we lost or not, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not starting
you
over.
might be Walking Dead at this point. Well, after you went in that room, you might have to go back to before. Don't overwrite your save.
Okay. I might have already overwritten the save. I don't know. We're just gonna keep going.
I didn't see you do it.
I'm gonna go to engineering.
Captain, there has been
This
an
is an old
explosion
adventure
near the
game, so
shuttle
there might
bay.
be a point
I'm
where
fine.
you
There
just
has
can't
been no
continue. You
significant
lose.
damage.
Any luck communicating with Starfleet Command?
I don't think this game does that
The
though.
light cruiser USS Jefferson, sir. It will reach the edge of Antares Rift in 16 hours. The Rift is playing havoc with communications.
Next save you do, don't overwrite this one. I think you can still go back to before you went in the room with the alien if you need to.
Okay. Let's just go through it. Engineering. See, Mr. Scott. How's it going, Scotty? How's the ship?
Captain, I got bad news for you. This rift is affecting the hull of the ship. Our hull integrity is dropping fast.
How bad is it, Scotty?
It's at 92% and dropping rapidly. According to our system specs, if it drops below 63%...
Put as much powers as you can to the shields. Use them to support our hull integrity. Divert as much power as you can to the sensors. Let's find out what's causing this. Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert power from life support on those decks evenly to
I have to
shields
make
and
actual
sensors.
decisions?
Put as much powers as you can to the
Did you
sensors.
say that the
Use them to
sensors
support
were the
our
priority?
integrity. Divert as much power as you can to the
Yeah.
sensors. Let's find out what's... Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert
But I mean,
power from life
evacuate
support on those
it. Can
decks.
we
Divert
do
as much
both?
power as you can. Evacuate all people from the outer
Can
decks.
we divert people
Divert
from the outer
power
decks
life
and use the
support on
power
those
for life
decks. Divert
support?
as much power as you can to the sensors.
And
Let's
put
find
more
out
power to
what's
the
causing this.
sensors?
Evacuate all. Divert as much power as
Let's
you can.
put power to the
No
sensors.
guarantee we'll find anything, Captain.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take. Kirk out.
Kirk out? What do you mean? He's right there. You don't say that when you're standing next to someone.
Captain, is it too late to put in a request for an early retirement?
Scotty, if we hit any more of these random detonations, it'll be
Actually, Captain, I was hoping for a better pension.
Okay. Well, let's look at
Deflector
everything.
control grid. This system prevents the Enterprise from being pulverized at near light speed by micrometeorites.
That seems like a good system.
Artificial gravity control. This system keeps the Enterprise with both feet firmly on
Actually,
the ground.
keeps the
Deflector
people, the Enterprise
control.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
This is control system.
Okay, so we've got life support, deflector
deflector
control, and
artificial-
gravity.
Captain, I wouldn't tamper with the artificial gravity on a ship with a weakened hull.
Why not?
Captain, we won't last 15 seconds in this dust storm without our deflector grid. If it's not broke, don't touch. Laddie, do you...
Okay, so Scotty's not going to let me touch anything. So we need to get rid of Scotty in order to use the consoles.
Where are those handles that you pull out of the console to hit con with? You could maybe use one on Scotty.
Maybe Spock is just in the transporter room. Honestly, I think that Spock is actually the alien. That's my guess.
Sick bay, Mr. Kyle. Send us to engineer. Send us to auxiliary. We'll transport. Send us to send us to auxiliary.
Send us to auxiliary control. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
I can just transport in. Will that work?
We'll see.
Energize.
Or is the alien just gonna kill us? It might just kill us. Unless it's actually Spock. Hello, Mr. Alien. Okay. Now don't talk to it.
Try.
Just look.
A warp impulse energy
What
efficiency
equipment do you
diagram.
have?
None.
The diagram shows that the
Does
warp
it-
engines
no,
are not
it didn't.
currently active. A warp. The dilithium crystal lattice monitor. Dilithium crystal.
Below the optimum
This station
range.
is identical to the bridge's engineering control.
Okay, so don't talk to
looks
the
like
alien.
this is looks like this is an episode that happens entirely on the Enterprise, which admittedly is not something that I would expect from an
Everything
adventure
seems to be
game, but
working
it's
except for
actually a
internal
welcome
sensors.
thing.
I'd better put the sensors back online. Putting the sensors back online might provoke the alien. I'd better put the sensors back
I
online.
mean, we can try to put the sensors back online.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm curious if we can just continually transport there. If we're actually.
Oh, then
I think you probably can.
If that's the case, then you're not.
Send us to auxiliary control.
Dead man walking.
Yeah, I don't think that this game does that. I don't think there's a way to
That's odd,
lock
Captain.
yourself out of
The
it.
transporter will not lock on any coordinates in auxiliary control, and I have no idea why.
Send us a sick bay, Mr. Kyle. Send us to engine. Send us to auxiliary. We'll transport later. Send us a sick bay,
Okay,
Mr.
that's
Kyle.
more of an issue. But let's go to sickbay.
Energize.
It's fine.
Energize.
Well, Jim, I leave you alone for 5 minutes and look at the mess you've made.
Ooh,
He's the only one on the ship who would tell him something like that.
Leave my equipment alone. If things don't improve, I'll
No,
be needing
McCoy, you
it
don't
soon.
understand. There's an alien trying to take control of the ship, and you have
Leave my
knives.
equipment alone. If
Let me
leave my-
let me
leave
have
my-
the knife. Fine. Oh, I do have equipment now. I didn't have equipment on the bridge.
Yeah.
Where did I pick this up?
Oh, you picked it up when you went in the turbo lift. He said that we got tricorders and phasers.
Well, let's talk to Mr.
Jim,
Scott.
what is going on out there?
Not
Spock
Mr. Scott,
is gone,
McCoy.
Bones. He was transporting off the bridge, and then he vanished, and then this alien appeared in
The
auxiliary
alien is
control.
clearly Spock.
Alien kidnapped Spock? Why?
I don't know, Bones.
Jim, I'll need a medical scan of the alien if I'm to do anything.
A medical scan of the alien.
That would have been good.
I don't think we have a way in. I might have killed us.
Well, you can go back to your save.
Assorted medicines are stacked on. This equipment allows Dr. McCoy to quickly synthesize chemicals and save his patients' lives. Medical instruments line the.
Look at McCoy.
Dr. McCoy, who never understood why people get so nervous in sickbay. It's the safest part of the ship.
I mean, that's probably true, actually. You have someone on hand who will
I suppose
try
so.
to save you from stuff.
Other than the brig.
I think
Ooh, a
we've,
map.
I mean, okay. Now, we've been everywhere now. I wonder if the doors just open again.
The Cossacks have locked the door.
No, the Cossacks have locked the door.
Keep knocking and ask if he wants any Starfleet Scout cookies.
What if I use a gun on the door?
You make a small black dot on it.
You made a peephole.
It appears
What?
the alien doesn't want us in auxiliary.
This continues. We won't be in auxiliary control or any.
So it
So
worked,
it-
but only momentarily.
Yeah, the alien fixed the door. What if I shoot the
The
panel?
doors are programmed to automatically shut down if phasers are used on the controls. That
Okay, so they're anti-Star Wars doors. They don't work like that.
It appears
I can't... Okay, I can't blast open the door. Fine. What if I scan the door?
Captain, there's some sort of barriers on the walls and the doors.
What if I scan the control panel?
Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay. What if I scan Mr. Scott?
He's an alien. All this time.
This is nice. You get to see a lot of the inside of the Enterprise that you wouldn't otherwise see in this game.
Human male, approaching middle age, in average physical condition.
Okay, that seems fair. What about Sulu? How's he doing?
Young human male in good physical condition.
Ensign Ricky?
Young human male in good.
Mr. Chekhov?
Young human male in good.
And Captain Kirk.
I'm surprised he didn't say excellent.
Young human male in good physical
Yeah,
condition.
if I do say so myself.
Use gun on warp core.
I hope you're.
Okay. I can't use gun on warp core.
Kirk to Uhura, Command Lieutenant. Kirk to sick bay, computer. Kirk to
Oh, I can
Uhura,
just call
Command
people.
Computer.
Computer.
Computer?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, cool.
Computer select topic.
Oh, wow.
What do I want to type in here?
Auxiliary control.
Rule 34.
Security.
Auxiliary control. A secondary command room allowing control of basic functions of a.
Okay.
And
So
what
it's
else
the-
on here?
It's the auxiliary control room. It's the what on here? What?
4-armed alien.
No references. Spock.
Spock. Starfleet rank, commander, current assignment, first officer,
Oh,
and science
Oh,
officer.
this
Mr.
dialogue
Barrett?
box is a little messed up.
Commander
It says
Spock is one of the
Spock
finest science
Starfleet,
officers
then
in
rank,
Starfleet,
under the,
and has been cited
under that
numerous
line.
times by Starfleet and the Federation.
Okay, that's what Spock
Yeah,
is, but
I-
what's the Spock's Starfleet?
I've noticed a few mistypes in the game's text.
What if I search for computer? No references for specified topic.
I don't know what I am.
Help. Is there a hint line in the manual? I wonder if you call it if it still picks up.
We can look up the. First of all, Sierra didn't make this game.
I don't know who did though.
LucasArts.
Oh no, Interplay did the
Interplay.
cinematics. Or did they make the whole game?
Was it Spectrum Holobyte? Or was it Activision?
No, that Spectrum Holobyte was.
I have a
was
manual.
Final Unity.
Let's see. Rights, Paramount Pictures, blah blah blah. But who made it?
Interplay sounds familiar.
Interplay shows up in the title sequence, but I don't know if that's just the cinematics. This says Interplay. From your internet account, point your favorite browser to www.interplay.com. Tip line. About. No, it looks like their website's kind of just dead.
Interplay's website still exists.
It exists, but there's nothing on it. There's no tip line. Tip
Battle
line,
Chess.
Brian Fargo. I can
Oh,
write
Battle
them for a
Chess.
warranty replacement.
That's right. I forgot that they made Battle Chess.
Ooh, customer support. Hint line. If you need a hint about gameplay, you can call our hint line at 1-900-370-PLAY.
Oh, a
For the
900
service,
number.
The charge for the first minute is $1.25 and 75 cents for every additional minute. Interesting. So we could pay like $2 for a hint. I get the feeling that hint line isn't still in service.
Probably not.
I think the hint will be to load your last save and before you get locked out of that
The
room.
bridge is damaged and currently inaccessible.
Okay. I could just save or reload. I could just overwrite the save.
Oh no! Don't do
Zathos,
that.
you're trying so hard, but neither of those spellings, unfortunately, is correct. Nope, that's not. There's an A in there that you're missing. Luoxana. Where can I go? I could go to sickbay, but we needed a scan of the alien. Engineering, but there doesn't seem to be anything in there. Transporter room, but I can't get into auxiliary control from there anymore. I might have to reload.
Where would you send us to sickbay, Mr. Kyle? Send us to auxiliary. We'll transport. Send us to sickbay, Mr. Kyle. We'll transport. Send us to auxiliary.
I think I might actually have to reload. Oh right, I didn't put the game window back up.
Transporter will not
There
lock
it
on
is.
any coordinates.
Send us to sickbay, Mr. Kyle. Send. We'll transport.
Fine, Mr. Kyle. I'll walk.
All right. Let's reload the save.
Our highest priority is control of the sensors. We must find Spock.
I'll handle it, Captain.
Ah, Captain.
Hipton. Okay, so McCoy wanted a scan of it.
Captain, I'm getting a sensor reading on the alien.
That's all the information we can get.
Captain, what happened?
It appeared.
That's all we can do. So go back and give McCoy the scan.
Well, Jim, I leave you alone for 5.
Yes. Do I need to use tricorder on him to give him the scan, or can I just talk to him?
Young human.
Just talk. Young human male. I don't
Why
think
is
that's
everybody
true.
young except for
Scotty, who's an average
Yeah.
physical condition? I think McCoy's older than Scotty, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
Jim, what is going on out there?
Spock is gone, Bones.
An alien kidnaps...
I don't know. We managed to get a medical
A
scan.
medical scan. Excellent. We've made progress by
Jim,
reverting
this says our
progress.
invaders are Vaurians.
Vaurians, but they're extinct. They died out at the time that Cochrane invented the warp drive.
Time that
They were
Cochrane
slaughtered
invented
in
the warp
Three
drive.
Systems War.
Jim, I
we-
know my
what?
history, but I also know my anatomy.
Did we wipe out an
Alien
alien
and
race?
auxiliary control is a Vaurian. There's
Sounds
only
like it.
one strange thing.
What's that?
This creature isn't capable of doing some of the things that you described. It's an ordinary
I like how
Vaurian.
McCoy is always
Special
annoyed.
organs, no unusual
He is.
brain patterns,
Just
nothing
like the
that
Doctor
traditionally
Walter.
suggests superhuman
always
feats.
annoyed.
Can you neutralize it, Bo?
He's always
Actually,
annoyed by
it's a female. And yes, I know of something that
Okay,
can
so the alien is
incapacitate
not
without
actually
harming it.
Spock. Fine.
A gas mixture. You'll have to pump large quantities into auxiliary control for it to be effective, but it should work almost immediately.
Okay, what kind of gas mixture, Bones? Are you gonna make it for us? He is gonna
Here's
make
the
it
gas,
for
Jim.
us.
He printed this a gas mixture.
Hasn't been a...
Now, what if we transport it in?
Yeah.
There you go.
Can
Do you still
uncap
need
it
to talk
and
to?
transport it?
Still need to talk to Scotty at this point, though.
But Scotty didn't have anything for us before.
Oh. We had to make a choice on one of those three things.
Oh yeah, I did. Let me do this first. I'll go here and then I'll save.
Captain, send us a sick bay, Mr. Kyle. Send it with transport.
Why can't I save in here? Fine, I'll go to engineering.
Captain, there has been an explosion near the shuttle bay. I'm fine. There has been no significant damage.
Any luck communicating with Starfleet Command?
I have made contact with the light cruiser USS Jefferson, sir. It will reach the edge of Antares Rift in 16 hours. The rift is playing havoc with
What do you want about the
communications.
USS Jefferson? Happens to look identical to the Enterprise.
Save new replace.
Alright, now let's go back to the transporter room. I don't actually want to talk to Scotty. I just need
Well,
to place
pretty much
the
every
save.
ship looks like
Captain,
identical.
where
to
would
the
send us a sick? Send us to. We'll transport later.
Okay,
Send
so
us
I
to
can't.
send us
I
a
don't
sick
have
bay,
an
Mr.
option to
Kyle.
just transport the canister.
Send us to engineering, Mr. Kyle.
So I guess I should
Well,
go
if
to
you go to
engineering.
engineering, maybe you can like feed the canister into life support.
Yeah, we're going to engineering now.
Feed him that canister.
Captain, I got bad news for you. This rift is affecting the hull of the ship.
How bad is it, Scotty?
It's at 92, but
Put as much powers as you
Okay.
can to the shields.
Power
Divert
to
as much
shields,
power,
power to
evacuate all people
sensors,
from the outer decks. Divert power
or
from life support
evenly
on those
between
decks,
shields and
evenly to
sensors.
shields and sensors.
I mean, that seems like a good idea to me.
That does seem pretty sensible.
Put as much powers as you can to
But
evacuate all people
I
from
feel
the outer
like the
decks.
game might be
Divert
punishing
power
you
from life
for
support
trying
on
to
those
do
decks,
things both
evenly to
ways.
shields and
To try and
sensors.
get everything. It's like, no, you have to
Could
commit.
be.
I'm just
Put as
gonna
much
say
power as you
shields.
can to the shield.
that will probably only buy us a few minutes, Captain.
Do it, Scotty.
Okay,
Every
well, I
minute
will.
counts. Kirk.
If I had that information, Scotty, that might have been helpful. A few minutes. That's not. Okay. What if we use canister on Scotty? Can you
I
do
do not
anything
know
with this,
what
Scott?
you've got there, but I've smelled Klingon nerve gas with a better bouquet.
Wait, what? He can smell it? This thing is leaking? How can he smell
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
a sensible
smell
note.
icon.
Captain, I would.
Okay, now how?
I think one of those is a life control, life support controls.
Yeah, I think it was left.
Daddy, do you know what you're.
Let's just look at
Life
it.
support control.
Yeah, that's life support control, but I can't do anything with it. What if I
Use
use
canister.
Can you use canister on it?
Put the gas in the life support pump, then use the controls.
in the life support pump? Where's the life
Life support pump.
That
Is
has
that
a
on
valve.
the lower right there?
Very unpleasant smell, Captain. This gas
Drop it
was
into
only
drop it into the valve.
And the yeah. Well, the
Drop it
lower,
into
I
the
think on the
valve.
lower
I
right.
may only be chief engineer, but I.
Captain, please.
You might have to look at each panel and find out which one is the.
Well, let's see. There's
seems
this thing over here, which I clicked on. It doesn't exist. That's just background scenery.
This seems
That
pointless.
doesn't exist.
Impulse engine fuel control systems.
Impulse engine fual control. What about the one on the
Impulse
left?
engine-
That's also impulse
This
engine.
seem- Impulse
Impulse engine. Okay.
Impulse, and impulse.
So this whole thing in
There's
the
a
middle is
panel-
impulse engines.
Panel on
This
the wall.
device stores special chemicals that are pumped into the ship's atmosphere when needed.
That certainly sounds useful.
That doesn't look like a pump to me, but we're gonna go with it. Oh.
Why would you think that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a doctor, Jim,
Now-
not an engineer.
Use the console to turn that on.
Let's see how our alien friend likes Dr. McCoy's
There's no way this is gonna work,
Probably as
right?
much as we do, Hikaru.
Mr. Kyle, can you transport me to auxiliary control?
Aye, sir. But I have to remind you how dangerous intership transporting can be. We've really been pushing our luck today.
You mean intra-ship?
Mr. Kyle, but we have to take the risk.
I mean, Mr. Kyle, we've been doing that quite a bit today. Yeah, no, it didn't work.
Something's happening.
Oh, he turned green and
Okay.
disappeared.
New save,
Save new replace.
and then use Hikaru Sulu. Is that Sulu? It doesn't matter. Use him on the
Yes, it's
console.
gotta be him.
Nothing to report,
Wait,
Captain.
what do you mean nothing to report?
Captain, the aliens have not touched the helm. All systems... Captain, the...
Use Kirk on it?
That's odd. All systems look normal. The aliens haven't touched the helm. That's odd. All systems look normal. The aliens haven't
Well,
touched
okay,
the
let's
navigation.
do the things you were wanting to do. There were like 5 different things you wanted to do with the auxiliary controls. Come on.
External sensors. Mr. Sulu,
External
see if you
sensors
can
are
find where the
working.
Vurian went. Maybe that will lead us to Spock.
Captain, I'm detecting the Vurian. She seems to have vanished through a rift in space.
A rift in
I have the
space.
coordinates of her last known location.
Okay, what are the coordinates?
That's odd. All systems.
Maybe we're supposed to
Maybe
transport there.
Transporter room now? Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. Let's go back in real quick. There was. Can I not? There we go. This is also a panel over here on the right.
Oh yeah.
Everything seems to be working except for internal sensors.
Okay, fine. Everything's working except for internal sensors. Good to know. Now we have to go and talk to Transporter Chief Kyle.
Mr.
It looks a little bit like
you have the coordinates
Mr.
where the
O'Brien.
alien teleported?
Captain,
Does.
you're asking me to transport
Doesn't
you
sound
into
like
another
it. Got the hair.
dimension. I may not be able to lock onto
No.
you there.
I'm aware of the risk, Mr.
He is
Kyle.
100% less
Transport.
Irish sounding.
Aye, sir.
Into another dimension. Not another dimension.
Energize.
This seems like a good idea. This seems safe.
Yeah.
Captain's
It's always a
personal
good
Oh look, there's a squirming little alien there.
transported to many strange places in my day, but beaming into an alien dimension is something entirely unique. Only the extreme risk to my ship and my friend Spock would cause me to take such a drastic risk.
This doesn't look like a nice place to visit.
There's the
Who
Vurian.
is it?
I don't see Spock.
He's got to be around here somewhere.
Well, I imagine the solution is to talk to the Vurian.
Save new
However, use phaser on Vurian. Okay, he's walking over. Oh my god, it let me do it.
Holy crap!
And we're dead.
Load of
Wow.
previously saved
Game
previous
over.
Quit the game. Load of previous.
No, you. That was the. Yeah.
Okay. So, we got a little bit of a spoiler there in that the subtitle said Savant. Who's the
Greetings,
Savant?
Lord Kirk.
Who's
I am
this?
Eminata. I regret the discomfort that I put you through on your ship. I wish only to preserve my joy by serving the Savant.
Are you willing to help me, Eminata? Where is Spock? How did you come to be here? What were you doing on my ship? Are you willing to help? What were
Yeah,
you
what
doing
were
on my
you
ship?
doing?
The Savant empowered me to remove any psionically adept being from your ship, and to prevent you from following him. It was not our intention to do you harm.
Okay.
So, mind meld is
The Savant
dangerous
is now
technology to these
summoned,
people?
Lord Kirk. He awaits, not many footsteps from here, by the fountainhead.
Are you willing to help? Where is Spock? How did you-
Okay,
are
so
you
we can
willing
just
to
keep
help?
asking him
How did
stuff.
you
What do we
come-
wanna
Are
say?
you willing to help me, Eminata? Where is Spock?
Where's Spock is a good question.
Where is Spock?
The Lord
Where's
Spock
Spock?
is not far.
The Lord Spock
His
is not
mind
far.
dances
His
in the
mind
bliss
dances
of
in the
this place.
bliss.
He would
The
welcome
Lady
you.
Uhura.
It is not a long or difficult search to find him. The savant awaits.
It's only a
I am unimportant
small search
compared
for
to him.
Spock.
I will. You are the last of your race. Can you talk about the savant? Give us a chance. I will. Can you? You are the last
Let's
of
be
your
nice
race.
to him. It's like,
That
no, you're
makes you
very important. You matter to us.
Physical forms are unimportant. A species is only a similarity of material form, constructed from
Are you willing to help? How did you come to be? Are you willing to help me? How did you come
Only
to be?
emotions matter. It's like
Yeah.
fleeing the massacres that followed.
I mean, you could try telling that to Spock. I don't think he's gonna go for it.
I was gonna say.
In desperation, I attempted to use my son's gravity well to propel my ship into a high warp velocity, so I could escape the pursuit.
I remember reading about that war in my history class at the academy.
I was warped into the Antares sector. I traveled through a dimensional rift into this place. The savant sustained me
And gave me joy where there was once only despair.
I have been here. The savant awaits.
I will. You are the last of. Can you talk about the savant?
Nothing
Tell us
I
about
can
the
say.
savant.
Are you
No.
willing to help me, Eminata?
Possibly. I am aware of your ship's distress. I can bring it to the attention of the savant. It may help.
Actually, I was thinking more about free. What is this? I would appreciate the savant. Actually, I would appreciate the savant.
Yeah, let's just
It
have
is
him
done.
tell the savant.
The savant awaits.
The savant awaits. Okay. I'm guessing I can only go
There's
off
all
to
this
the
stuff
right.
on the ground.
Let's look at it. Also, I'm not sure if this is like an island in the void that we're looking at, or if this is some kind of weird
That's my
fog of
guess.
war. Like, can we
I
just
think
not
they're going
see?
for Island in the Void.
Can we not?
Well, they stopped squirming, so that's a thing.
Strange boulders jut from the depths of this strange planetscape.
Strange boulders.
Strange-
Strange boulders. Okay,
Are
let's
those,
scan
are
them.
those infinity stones on the ground?
They see. It seems.
They seem more
Organic.
They seem.
Okay, and how's our
Medical
how's our friend
tricorder?
There's more
Forum
brains than
doing?
rocks here.
No effect, Captain. I don't have enough knowledge of Vorian
Well, if the
anatomy.
stones are organic, can you use a medical tricorder on the stones?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, good call.
Captain, I am getting organic readings. I can't explain
A
this.
psionic wave signature.
Uh oh. Are we getting into like
Save.
what are they?
Captain,
Uh,
until we
The
understand
ratings.
this place.
What the side? No.
Oh no! He's walking over to do it!
I'm only using stun this time.
Why?
Because I can.
You already stunned the.
Now finish the job.
Oh no!
Yes.
Murderers.
Yeah.
Go to
Excellent.
previously saved game.
It's fine, I saved. We're in the same place. Alright, let's leave him alone. Let's just go. Let's go find the Savant and Lord Spock.
Can you check the infinity stones?
Oh, those tiny little stones. Yeah, maybe we can pick those up. I would love a little Infinity Stone.
I heard that, Mr. Sulu.
I didn't say anything.
You've always been saying things behind my back. You've
Oh, good.
always
They're
said
making
I
me
don't have enough
paranoid.
discipline, that I don't respect my crew. You're.
Get hold of yourself, Captain.
What on earth was I saying? I'm sorry, Mr. Sulu. That was not.
Captain, I think we better get out of here.
Oh, are we? Is this like sort of
Emotion, rocks?
inside out?
Yeah, they're
No,
emotional.
yeah.
The blue is going to be the Sad Rock.
This place reminds me of Deneva. I lost my brother there.
Ah,
He
nice.
was a few years younger than I was, and there were times.
Captain?
And now he's gone.
Gone.
I'll
I'll
never
never
see
see
him
him
again, never tell
again.
Captain.
Yes,
This
yes.
place must be getting.
Okay,
So
there's
what's
a
green
yellow
is
rock.
going to be envy, but what's yellow?
Yellow, I think, is the
Cowardice?
happy rock.
No effect.
Happy.
Probably.
Oh, he's going to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Because there's
It's
a whole
kinda
pile
this way.
of blue ones there.
Yeah,
Don't
there
worry,
are a
Mr.
whole
Walker,
pile of
I'll
blue
protect
ones.
you. Sir? Sulu, Checo. You know, I may never have told you this before, but I care for you all
Oh,
more
it's the
than I can
love
tell.
rock.
Sulu, with your dedication, your unwavering sense of
Lovey-dovey.
responsibility.
Captain.
I was
Are
thinking
you
more
talking
like
about
eloquent
Check
drunk rock.
I've always been impressed by your enthusiasm.
Making all these
those
confessions.
wonderful Russian jokes, your humanity,
Captain?
and you, Mr. Walker, with your rugged determination.
Rugged
I'll
determination.
bet
Wow.
you have more girlfriends than anyone in the history of the Academy.
Actually, sir.
Wow.
Celibate? What?
Why would you tell us that? Alright, well, let's look at the Envy Rock.
effect.
I should probably check if these are actually in my inventory or if I'm just, like, having dialogue.
Captain, there's no way back. We'll never find Spock. We're trapped here forever, and it's all my fault.
Oh, it's
Okay, it's the
anxiety.
regret
The
rock.
Antares Rift was dangerous.
It's the Despair
I
Rock.
should never have let the ship go in there,
Captain.
But
Do I actually have these? Yeah, I have all of them.
You're so close to completing the gauntlet.
why are you reaching for your phaser?
Paranoia Rock.
Captain.
Walker, I saw you sneaking up on me.
Sir.
You're all against me. You've gotten rid of Spock, now me. Who's next? Scotty? Uhura? Or are they part of this too?
Captain, snap out of it.
Something is definitely wrong.
Okay, I want to save before I touch the big pile.
Oh, yeah. Sensible.
Save
If the blue rock was the sad rock and there's a whole pile of blue rocks, I'm worried that he'll just, like, be completely despair and shoot himself.
I'll get them, Captain.
Okay,
Oh
Ensign
boy.
Walker's gonna
Red
shoot.
shirt,
boy.
red shirt
Wait,
volunteered
we
to
need
get it.
something to handle them with. Mr. Walker, handling single stones produced intense emotions. A cache of these stones.
You're right, sir.
Okay, I thought he was just gonna pick them up and die immediately.
So,
Let's leave that
What do
alone.
we get if we scan the stones?
Probably
Can you use tricorder on stones?
use medical tricorder on stones.
The stones are organic, Captain. My tricorder
Intense psionic energy, but we knew that already. Science tricorder.
Captain, I'm detecting a large quantity of these blue stones underneath.
Large quantity, so there's just a ton of them.
What are they? Do we get anything from the tricorders on the ones we in our inventory?
That's interesting.
Okay, so we have to use the medical tricorder. Probably just gonna say psionic signature.
This stone is giving off a pattern similar to the brainwave pattern of Vulcans and other psionic.
Is
So
Spock
it's
one
probably
of the
saying the same thing
crystals?
as all of them.
Fascinating. This stone.
No, it says that for all of them, and he
So,
said Spock
all
was
the same. All the
nearby.
same.
Oh, there's something that's very clearly pick-upable. Is this the Edo God?
I wish you and
Or not the Edo
all
God, the,
entities
It's Tron.
nothing but joy.
It's the guy from the end of
Or Master Control. That is.
Shakari, the God of Shakari,
Master
that's what I was
Control
thinking of.
program.
Why do you ensnare others against their will? Release Spock.
What does
at once
God
and
need
allow
with
us
a
to return.
starship?
What does God need with emotion rocks?
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Once, eons ago, I was akin to you. A creature
Jim,
of
you don't
Yeah,
ask the Almighty
okay.
for his ID.
But I released myself from these bonds and became an entity of pure emotion. And I came to this place to find a shelter from the cares of the universe.
Why does he have so many faces?
Pain is.
Is one of them Spock?
Emotions are painful. Like.
Pick up the... What even is that? I probably should have looked at it before I picked it up.
The upper left
It looks
one
like a turkey
Klingon.
leg. Okay, let's see. Use eyes on... Oh, it's a bag.
Pouch found in the
Oh!
Oh,
I pick
you
up
could probably
a big
put
pile.
the blue rocks in the bag.
Yeah, I put the blue rocks in the bag, and then I dump them all into the emotion god, and that makes him really sad, so he gives up.
Oh boy.
save mutant
Oh, can you use the
Alternatively-
stones on the different colors to get different responses out of them?
What if I use the gun?
Oh no.
Violence is useless, Captain. Violence.
What if I use a low-level phaser?
Violence is...
You know, this kind of looks like a Starship saucer section, but tiny.
Like the bridge.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go give the Savant depression.
Oh, it's wriggling again.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, I can stun him. Should I stun him?
No.
Should
It's
I kill him?
helpless. Why is it on the ground anyways? Like, why isn't it standing?
I don't know.
I've put them in the pouch we found. Boy, am I getting an odd feeling.
Did we ever medical tricorder the alien? We must have at some point, right?
I think we did. I
Since
don't
we've been
remember what
here.
it said. It probably wasn't important, but we can do it again.
No effect, Captain.
Oh yeah, he just doesn't know anything about their anatomy. So, I mean, that never stops anyone in the shows. Okay, dump the sad stones into the alien.
You disturb my rest. Fortunately, I am not alone in bliss. What is this? What am I feeling? What have you done?
I made you depressed.
What's the matter, Savant? Not feeling those good vibrations? Life isn't all happiness and joy. It's time you experienced a reality check. Is that sadness you're feeling, Savant? It couldn't be that those inferior
I don't think that's gonna
humans
help.
have outwitted your great wisdom, could it?
No.
Life isn't all
Number 2, just like
It's time
you have to have other
Yeah.
emotions, man.
No. I have spent millions of years trying to escape the anguish. Misery is the destroyer of worthy souls, Captain. And you are destroying.
All right, don't get all melodramatic about it. I just made you a bit sad.
I'm not
Chill.
destroying you. Your own unwillingness to respect others is destroying you.
Seems
Free
okay.
Spock and return us to our ship, and this will end. I didn't want to do this, but if I have to destroy you to free my friend, I will.
Nope, that's bad.
I'm not destroying you. Your own unwillingness to respect others.
Number
is
1's
destroying
very Star Trek.
Yeah.
Am I really such a monster that I deserve
Oh,
such
God.
pain?
you. You have lost respect for others, Savant.
Who wrote this?
Everyone may have different goals, different ideals than you.
Why are we still
you have
here?
the right to pursue them.
Just to suffer?
You need to respect their free will, even if it makes them miserable.
You do not understand.
What about
me,
the other
Captain,
rocks
but
you
I am
have?
in no mood to
I
argue.
think those were just meant there
and your
to,
scientist
like,
may be
indicate you can
freed.
do things to him or make him feel
Enjoy
stuff.
your universe, Captain Kirk.
We did it! We won! We made the alien head depressed, and now we have
We're
Spock
out of the
back.
Antares Rift and are on our way to Starbase 8, where the Enterprise has extensive repairs scheduled.
I'm not sure if
All crew
that's worth
members, including
celebrating.
First Officer Spock, are safely
We did it.
So, Spock, you mean you
Sassy
had an
Spock.
eternity of pure enjoyment and you gave it up?
Affirmative, Doctor.
That has to be the most illogical thing I've ever heard. Humans spend their entire lifetime dreaming of an eternity of pleasure.
As do animals in the field. Perhaps humans are meant to be better than that. Perhaps we should dream of greatness, not simple gratification.
Greatness is a term subject to individual interpretation, Captain.
I feel like there was probably a lot more information we could have gotten if we just talked to people. But no, we just solved it instantly.
Deeds and accomplishments are destined to be forgotten in cosmic terms.
A cosmic being thinks in cosmic terms, Spock. But somehow that philosophy overlooks a lot of life's little pleasures. There's just one.
All it took was one
Spock
man
finally got to enjoy
and
himself,
blue
and I
stack.
wasn't there to see it. Now that's something worth
Okay.
remembering.
Message from Starfleet Command.
Okay, no, I wanted to save Uhura.
Reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain.
Oh, what comments do you have?
The top brass in Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance. Outstanding work.
Wow,
Hey.
I did a good job. They're proud of me. That feels like a 3 out of 4.
How long until we reach Nova Atar?
Nova Atar,
About
okay.
23 hours, Captain.
22 hours, 53 minutes, and 7
Shut up,
Spock,
Spock.
there's no need to be precise. We're going on shore leave. Rest,
Shore leave.
relaxation,
I'm
no
sure that's
calls
gonna
from
work out
Starfleet.
great. No, save.
Save new game. Save, replay, delete.
Okay, delete an old save. Man, there's a lot of old saves here.
Save new game. Cancel. Delete previous.
Let's just start deleting old
Save
stuff.
new game. Can delete pre. Save can delete. Save.
That's probably enough.
delete
Now save a new
previous.
game.
Save new.
So we need to go to Nova Atar.
Captain, we have a message coming in.
Perfect save
Admiral
time.
Richards at Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Hello, Jim. I know you're going on shore leave, but
What is it, Chris?
since you're going there anyway, and it's only a small favor,
Favor?
I don't want to inconvenience you, but
Just get on with it,
What
Chris.
would you like me to do?
we recently discovered that one of the exhibits in the Smithsonian Annex at Nova Atar is of great historical significance to the Serenzi, an influential family from planet Lakian. The museum is going to have a small ceremony to return the item. The Federation planned to send a representative, but, well, she couldn't make it. Since you'll be in the neighborhood, well, no dress uniforms. All you have to do is smile and shake hands.
Smile.
The
shake
Federation
hands,
is going
and
to
be my
return one of
pleasure,
its stolen
Admiral.
artifacts?
My chief engineer had already
What?
promised to show me around. We'll be there.
Thanks, Jim. I owe you one. Check your data files for details. Oh, one more thing, Jim. Due to the security concerns, you won't be allowed to bring any electronic equipment with you.
Why
Richard's
can't...
out.
But I want to bring
I was
electronic
saying-
equipment with me.
Do we really have to stand around and listen to speeches from a bunch of politicians?
It won't be all bad, Scotty. The curator's a major cognac producer, and he asked us to show up early to thank us for our support.
Captain, it'd be rude to keep a man like the curator waiting, what with an important diplomatic function to prepare for.
Okay. So...
Maximum warp to the cognac, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
I'm looking at a guide for the last episode. Let me look it up. So, let's see. Use tricorder on the ship wreckage, pouch on the ground. So use tricorder on everything. We didn't actually find Spock. We could have talked to him there. So we could have talked to Spock. Then there was a big pile of stones we could have used in a different order.
Really?
There was a lot to do
Wow.
there that we just didn't. We just... It's like, no, we solved the puzzle. That's all we have to do.
We just did the really obvious thing, yeah. That's disappointing.
Well, let's look at our score. What was that called? That was voice. So yeah, we got 3 out of 4 points. Light and Darkness, we got 1 point out of 4 in the last chapter.
Wow.
I don't know what else we could have done there.
Yeah, I don't either.
Let's check. Use John's on the right computer, put the sample behind McCoy. Tricorder on the green lightning portal.
Green lightning portal.
This does not look complete. I thought... Hang on. Scan this antenna and console with the computer. Talk to the ensigns. What did we miss? We took the sample. We used them both. We made the new sample. We put it in the slot. We used the tricorder. I mean, it seems like we did everything.
Maybe it really was just bad dialogue choices.
But 1 point out of 4.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
Okay, the game really doesn't like it when you threaten people. I'm thinking I want to continue this next week.
Yeah.
Call it for today. I don't know. I don't know what we missed. Voids, I know that we missed. You know, last thing while we're here. I have a save. I want to reload and go talk to Weird Happy Spock.
Yes. Good idea.
And then we'll continue next week with chapter, the museum piece.
Who are you? Once.
I don't actually care who you are. I just want to pick up the bag just to have it. And let's go find Spock. Scan the starship wreckage. Use tricorder on bridge.
It's some kind of life pod, Captain. I believe.
A Vorian life pod, so that's where the dude came from.
It's some kind of life.
It doesn't even look like there's anywhere we can walk here.
Well, off to the right. That looks like it. Kind of like passable.
Oh, there he is.
Terrain.
Took him a while to show up again. Yeah, there's Spock.
Spock, what have they done to you?
What have they done to you?
Emotional intensity of a previously unknown level. Our link with the savant acts as an amplifier.
Graded level emotion and happiness is a powerful emotion.
Happiness is a human desire, Captain. I am a Vulcan. I want to be free of emotions. This is...
But Spock desires an emotion.
Spock.
Oh, so all the different rocks we can just use to get dialogue from Spock and make him feel things.
I shall try to
I'll bet you.
what I know. The emotions.
Okay, this is taking a while. The creature that has done this is called the Savant, a being of great power that has transformed itself into a creature of living emotion. It can form a link with any creature with psionic abilities, including Vulcans, taps into latent emotions, and amplifies
What
them.
happens if it gets cut off from you and the Vurian?
It would be alone, but could cope.
We enhance it, but we're not necessary. Okay, what rock should we use on Spock?
Anger one should be funny.
I assume that's red.
Interesting. The Savant's emotional emanation overpowers this stone's effect.
Oh, come on. We can't use
That
the
is
rocks
no
on
fun.
Spock.
Interesting.
Fine, use the Angry Stone on Sulu.
Oh!
Captain, I'm sorry.
Use the sad.
Do they really have the whole cross product of stone with character here?
What's in that thing? But keep it away from me.
Absolutely, it does. Use the Paranoia Stone on
I don't know
Sulu.
what these stones are doing to our emotions, but I don't like it.
That wasn't Paranoia.
The moment I touched the stone, I remembered an old romance.
This is just weird, honestly.
Captain, why are you doing this? Why did you bring me along in the first place?
Wow.
Why did I
That's a
ever
good
join
question,
this
Sulu.
thing?
Why did you ever join
Get a
Starfleet?
hold on yourself.
What if we use bag on
How often do
Spock?
they actually...
Captain, even my newfound emotions do not allow me to...
How often do they use Sulu's first name on the show?
I don't know if they ever do. Can I use gun on Spock?
You've got the phaser on the wrong setting.
No, I don't.
Captain, you've got the phaser on the...
No, that's the right setting. I guess I can try and use stun, though. Okay, it's letting me. It's actually gonna let me shoot Spock.
I understand, Captain. It is quite logical.
No, you're gonna make me feel bad about it.
There we go.
I recommend against using phaser.
Now, what if we put Spock in our
No
inventory?
effect.
No. I mean, I guess that's that. Now, if we talk to the Savant, is he going to call us out for stunning Spock? There's no more little rocks around here. Yeah, is that it? Is that all we missed?
You misunderstand me. It is not my will to bring harm to any creature.
Taking two creatures that are...
I have taken two creatures that are without the most important thing in existence. Joy.
You have no right to inflict emotions on... Get a life. You can't just sit around feeling love.
Yeah, so I can just keep talking to
Spock
it.
doesn't want your
Spock doesn't want your
I will
gift. He doesn't
not
want to be
punish
happy.
the Vulcan by releasing him. However, I have become aware of the danger that...
Punish him. I'm not going... Sorry, but without punishing.
Oh, come on. I can't even...
Vulcans aren't meant to handle emotion.
I can't choose to abandon Spock to save the ship.
I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, but without my science officer, I must punish him. Vulcans aren't meant to handle...
I am aware that the Vulcan's upbringing has stifled him, and that normally emotions are very unhealthy for them.
I have made adjustments to his
To his
neurochemistry.
neurochemistry. I will send you back to your own ship and give you safe passage through...
Okay. It doesn't look like we missed that much here. I'm wondering, what if we used the entire bag of blue rocks on Spock? He wasn't being affected by one rock. Yeah, we have to go through this again. Pick it up, go through the animation, walk back, go through the animation, find Spock, dump a box of rocks on Spock. Yeah, this is kind of an odd chapter. Go and use bag.
I'll get them, Captain.
Yeah, it really is the entire reason that Ensign Walker goes to do it is to make you think he's gonna die.
I imagine so.
I've put...
It's just to mess with you.
They did that before, looking like they killed a red shirt.
Man, this is a really long walking animation. It's always really long, though. How many frames does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 12 frames of animation. Okay, we made it back.
Spock. Fashion Spock. Happy Spock.
Use bag on Spock.
Captain, I strongly recommend.
Why?
Captain.
Why do you recommend against it, Spock? Can I use my medkit to heal him? Well, it's doing something.
I understand, Mr. Chekhov.
Oh, you see.
Oh.
Ah!
Check out, that's not what I ordered you to do.
Captain, maybe you're a little too upset to fire the phaser. Captain, maybe you're...
It can make you upset.
Okay, so it doesn't look like we missed that much. That's all fine. And we go... Next week we'll go to Nova Atar.
We have a message.
Oh god,
What is
no,
it?
I didn't...
Favor?
Go away. Be gone.
Fine.
Get rid of game audio. Warps. Get the Starfield effect. Stop streaming that. Close the game. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of times when use gun on problem really should just solve it, but the game won't let you. Usually it just makes you lose instantly.
Yeah.
Why can't I just stun everybody, then solve the problem? Who knows?
Use gun on problem.
It's a valid solution.
Set phasers to stunning.
Okay. Ideally, I want to set my phasers to killing, actually. But... Anyway, that's it. We're done. Get out of here. Next week, we'll be doing more.
Murder is not the answer, Ryan.